Hello, and welcome Double Drop Down. Adam and Ryan show tonight. How's everyone else doing out there?
Oh man, it's a good Thursday. It's a nice Thursday. A fall. It is perfect out. I feel like. Oh man, and an amazing show. I feel like we have tonight. We're going to be talking about lots of cool, interesting things and people. So
Absolutely. So let's go through the agenda of what we have on store for you tonight.
yeah, okay. So let's start at the end. Let's start at the end. We're playing Rise of the Dragon, which is an amazing.
It came out in 1990. It was crazy because I loved games, and my parents didn't really let me do a lot of video gaming at that time in my life. And so this was one of those games I was able to sneak in there and I was able to play. So I'm excited about Rise of the Dragon a little bit later. But that's not the coolest thing we're doing tonight.
So then before that, right before that, we're going to be training the stable diffusion algorithm with Adam's face. We're going to be using Hugging Booth. We're going to be our Dream Booth. We're going to be using Hugging Bear. We're going to basically put Adam's face into the algorithm and spit out amazing AI generated images of him, which is
You did you, right?
I did me. I figured it out last week, and just seeing how fast the stuff is moving is amazing. And so we're going to do it on stream and show you all how you can do it as well. And but the big thing is we have a guest today, and our guest is Jason Allen. He's the CEO and president of Incarnate Games, which is here in Pueblo West, which is a tabletop game company, creator game company. And you might have heard about him if you've been following AI image generation over the last month or two, especially if you live in Colorado, you might have heard about it. So he's from Pueblo West. We're shooting this out of Pueblo, and at the Colorado State Fair this year, a image that was presented or set in by him won first place in the digital art competition, and caused a stir of shit. And so that's what we're going to talk about. So it's been great. We love to have him on the show. Adam, I think you had like a little bit about from him
Absolutely.
on his website, which is amazing.
Let's talk about this. So he and his colleagues have built a company around constructing quality tabletop, board, dice, and many other game types. So their mission is to create approachable games and that are simple enough for anybody to learn, but with enough depth and variety for even the most experienced gamers to really enjoy that. So during their development, he and the team are constantly innovating and designing new characters, events, and scenarios. So really excited to kind of pick his brain, understand how he approaches some of that, and some of the things of how AI might change that perspective as we go forward. So excited to have you on the show, Jason. So let's get you on there. Give me just a second. We're going to see you.
Stream deck here. Here we go.
And welcome, Jason, to the show.
Hello, I'm here.
You are here.
Nice.
You have arrived. So Jason Allen, CEO, Incarnate Games. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you, Adam? How are you, Ryan? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Is right behind you? What image is that?
This is Pensato alla guerra, which is Italian for thought of war. It's another one of the images in the Space Opera Theater series. It's one of the newer ones that I've finished, but I haven't technically published it yet. I mean, since I'm showing it, it's technically published.
Fair.
I mean,
Nice. Well, it looks good. It looks good behind you. Good over that shoulder.
How many of those do you print? Is that a thing? You get a lot of those out and you put them on canvases like that?
So I've only printed 4 from the series on canvas, the 3 pieces that were in the Colorado State Fair and this piece. So I'm currently working with a printer out of Denver to do our prints, but I haven't announced what that's going to be, but I'm really excited for it because it's going to be awesome. So
we're going to be able to get those. Is that something that'd be available?
Well, I think it's a project, right? Like from what I heard, saw an interview from about 3 weeks ago, but you were talking about a big project that you have coming up, maybe this year.
Right. So the project is called Space Opera Theater. And the winning contest, the piece that won in the contest is Théâtre d'Opéra Spatiale, which is French for Space Opera Theater, the same name of the project. And I haven't announced exactly everything that's entailed with it yet, but I've been doing it for the last 2 or 3 months, and the Colorado State Fair was kind of a pit stop actually along the way. This was already a project I was doing.
Oh, okay.
And then I thought, oh, it would be cool to share some of this with the world and, show the amazing things that multimodal software like text to image platforms can do. And so, I wanted to share that with people and show them how amazing it was. I knew that it would continue the debate, at least. I didn't realize it was going to be this avalanche of controversy.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that. So before even the state fair, obviously you had to like what was you getting into AI generated art? It must have happened obviously months beforehand to be able to like enter it and get proficient in it enough to make such a cool piece. Where did you start?
Sure. So the story begins at the beginning of this year. I start seeing artificial intelligence, AI generated images crossing my social media on Facebook. I'm friends with a lot of artists, given my company, Incarnate Games, and I've gone to a lot of. I'm kind of going off on a sidetrack here, but I would go to these, artist conventions like Spectrum, and I'd hang out with a lot of like my lead artist Dylan Pierpont and his friends for different things. So that kind of entered me into the scene of, the art community. And I worked with John Shindahedi, who is amazing, an amazing art director and prolific public figure within the art community. So, it was really great to be able to meet all these people and befriend all of them. So that being said, I have lots of artist friends on my social media, and I'm seeing, now back to the story, I'm seeing artificial intelligence generated imagery, and I'm just ignoring it because I had strong feelings about it too. At first, I didn't feel like maybe this was a good direction. I was on the fence and speculative about it. A lot of people are concerned with where this is taking us, and art is something that's special and sacred. Like it's really close to the soul. It's important to us as humans, and when you start messing with things like that, I don't know, this is very different. We've always seen different art movements that change our perspective and open our minds to new avenues, whether that's in style, perspective, technology, but this is kind of different, so I felt like I don't really know about that. And but then maybe March, April, I start seeing art that I've never seen, like ever. I'm seeing things that are blowing my mind, like that, like opening a door to a new dimension that I never thought was possible, right? I'm seeing just these elaborate, ridiculous, unimaginable things. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
absolutely.
When you first see that, you're like, what is going on? What am I looking at? And you get lost in the image, and
it's like a dream.
Yeah, it's like a dream. It's a good analogy for it. And so I realized I can't ignore this anymore. And I start looking into it. I discovered Dolly 2. I'm watching videos, like from, what is it called? I can't remember the name of the channel, but he interviews this woman, Karen Chang, who's an Instagram artist. And in this Dolly 2 video, she's using her phone, Dolly 2 on her phone, and she starts typing things out like a girl on an infinite staircase, and she generates that. And they really dramatize it with the music and stuff. And so she's looking at these, she's like, whoa. And then finally it gets to the part where she says, a girl going up an infinite staircase made out of cookies in the clouds.
Oh wow.
And so then when it came back so quickly, right, with the completion, they're called completions. Uh, it was like a dream. You know, I cannot believe what I'm looking at right now. That this just made that. So I'm like, I have to do this. That's ridiculous. You know.
That's amazing. And so at that point, you're coming up with different one. You're like you start, obviously creating your own prompts. Going back and forth, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. You find these couple prompt, around that theater space opera sort of theme. And then that's what you decide to enter into the state fair. Was there any reason to choose these ones over maybe some other prompts that you had done? Or is it because of that project you were working on?
Right. So yeah, I'm kind of going the long route. I don't know if you guys are pressed for time.
Oh
no, go for it.
Yeah.
Because I would say like it was interesting when I first was like introduced to the concept of AI. We were doing some Dolly, and I kind of had that aha moment of like, oh my God, this is gonna be a change. And the problem I went with is I was like, what are all these crazy things I want to start creating and looking at? Like these are these images that I've had in my head that I couldn't ever get out, and I couldn't get out in a way that I could do it quick enough to be able to do it. And so I've been writing in little journals and trying to figure out how do I get that image out of myself to put on there. And so that's I'm curious that that process for you and how you've been kind of how do you make a decision that this is the one or this is the thing that I need to start going down that path?
Yeah, I like hearing you say that because a lot of us feel that way, if not everybody, because it's sort of like a liberation. I just realized this as you're talking. So this is like, what would we call it? Like, like we were all prisoners in this inability to express our artistic vision.
It's like our stupid fingers couldn't make the art that it needed, that our brains could think of.
So, I mean, everyone has been liberated to express their imagination in ways that they've so longed for so long. And I feel that exactly. And so, yeah, I started using different ones before because I wanted to try Mid-Journey. I'm seeing images that I love Dolly 2 is cool. I just feel like it's a little too, I don't know. There's something about it.
Agreed. I feel like we haven't gone back to Dolly 2 in a while. We're all Stable Diffusion and Mid-Journey.
We started Dolly and then we went straight to Mid-Journey, Stable Diffusion. It just was like it gives
I don't know
you
why.
the right things.
Yeah.
So I did go on Disco Diffusion. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if Disco Diffusion and Stable Diffusion are part and parcel of the same thing. I couldn't find a direct answer about that. But anyway, so I was using Disco Diffusion, Wombo Dreams. What are the other ones? Starry AI. Yeah. So the first one that I used was Starry AI. So I signed up for that and I typed out, like you were saying, something that I've always imagined that I wanted to see. That's this. And I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Sure, go for it. You keep your secrets there. We understand that.
Because, well, it's part of the next game that we're developing. Well, not the current one we're developing, but the next part of Ascended Kings, the next part of the series.
Cool.
And I'm a really imaginative guy. I have like these vivid dreams, out of body experiences. I mean, yes, I've done drugs in the past. I don't do that anymore. But I have this crazy idea, right? And I type it out and I have to stand up and walk out of the room, because I can't believe it. So now I'm starting to really want to get on Mid-Journey. So I'm like scouring the internet to find somebody to give me an invite. It was invite only beta. And then someone on Twitter was kind enough to give me an invite to Mid-Journey, which probably accelerated my timetable by 3 weeks. So once I get on Mid-Journey, I'm a kid in a candy store. And I realized very quickly that there was no online resource that I could quickly reference to see all of this type of styles that the platform is capable of doing. And so I look up some things with Disco Diffusion, and they have like this monster list of all these artists that
Cool.
the OpenAI is trained on, and or the clip is trained on. And so, but Midjourney didn't have anything like that. So I just start literally ham fisting all of these artist names into Midjourney, like artwork by Alex Gray, artwork by Leonardo da Vinci, artwork by Jean-Baptiste Monge. And so over 700 artists. So I get the same prompt, just the regular square panel. I call it a vision board, where it's, the 2x2 grid of all of these artists. And then I took all of these that took me like 2 or 3 weeks to make. And then I split all those images up into a singular row onto a spreadsheet. And then I called it Syncarnate's Visual Artist. What is it called? Artist's Visual Encyclopedia. And I submitted that onto Midjourney as a free online resource. And so I already started making a name for myself on Midjourney. They included my name and my link in their documentation.
Nice.
And it really took off.
That was on their Discord?
Yeah, on Discord.
Yeah.
And so this fundamentally changed the way we were doing prompts. I watched this happen. I was part of this community as it's happening. And now the whole community is jumping onto this. And now like it's gone way out of control. Like I'm not even part of it anymore. It's grown into this massive beast where it's like this open source resource that like everybody's contributing to, and now they have thousands of artists on there and a bunch of different scene examples, and I'm really happy that they're doing that because I couldn't keep up with it like they are. But so now that I have this resource, right, I start testing. So now I go through like 2 weeks of extensive testing because I'm getting serious about this, right? Like I want to really be in this and excited about it because I'm addicted and I'm OCD, completely obsessed with this project, with this technology. So I'm doing process of elimination, keywords, phrases, artistic language, professional terms, like film director, art director, photography type, all these things, all this stuff. And I'm figuring out what words and terms and phrases work best. And then I start taking them out, right? I start like figuring out, okay, this changes this part, but it's not a perfect science because every image that is generated is original.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have a question in the chat that kind of goes around that, is that when you think of these things that you're looking at, are they inspired by your dreams? Are they inspired by your thoughts there? And how closely does it even align with what you thought? Or is that not really the purpose? Is it more like,
is it a jumping off point, or are you trying to like recreate something that is in your imagination, or is it coming from that?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. My entire career started from a dream with Incarnate Games. And that's a long story. I'm not going to go through that whole story.
Sure.
But Ascended Kings was inspired by a dream that I had, and basically everything has snowballed to this point from there. So yeah, I do have really vivid dreams, a crazy imagination, but I don't think that there was a specific dream that I had for the Space Opera Theater project. Once I finished my testing, so while I'm doing the testing, I'm just daydreaming, right? I'm starting to imagine, because when you look at the output, the completions, it's like a self-reinforcing imagination machine,
right?
Because you have an idea and you share that with the AI, and it's like, okay, yeah, the AI is like, I feel you. I think this is what you're talking about. And when you see that, you're like, yeah, that is what I didn't realize it, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now I have this new idea that's way better than that idea. I'm going to do this, blah, 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 and now you come back with that. So it's like gambling. We're all gambling, addicted.
Well,
How many times have I stayed up in the nights and been like, one more? I'm just getting, oh, that one was so cool, but I could do one
Yeah.
little tweak to it and get the next thing. It does feel a little bit like gambling.
and I think that's also a point of frustration I get when I get close, but I can't tune that like thing. There's a thing. There's like a gap. There's this cloud where it
Yeah.
sits there, and you're like, we're close, but I don't know how to take it that one last step. And what I've noticed in certain cases is I'll be able to do some long, very specific title, and I don't get as close as sometimes just closing it up and being a little bit more concise as to
Right.
what I need.
Yeah, I think that a good so Midjourney uses 77 tokens, which is on average per prompt 35 to 45 words. I've only recently shared that my award-winning prompt is wait a second. No. So 77 tokens is 80 words. See, I can't. No, it's more than that. Because like a prompt, a token is 1 to 2 words. So if you take 77 times 1.5, what would that be?
Yeah, like 103.10.
Yeah, so like around 100 words is what
Yeah.
we're looking at, but it's not measured that way. So I did about half of the token allotment for the space opera theater prompt. And I agree with you. Like if you go into massive detail, first of all, you need to make sure you're not going to cross over the token limit
Right.
because it'll just ignore it.
Ah.
And you don't even know what part is being ignored. So you have to stay within the limits. And then I also think that I don't remember who it was. It was one of the presidents. Was it like Theodore Roosevelt? One of these guys said, there's a quote of him saying, to say the most, to be the most informative as possible is to say the least amount of words, say the most amount of things with the least amount of words.
Nice.
I'm terrible at this quote. I need to look up what that quote is, but I agree with that. Like you want to say the most that you could possibly say in the least possible number of words.
Yeah.
And that gives me the best results, I think. And especially like if it's artistic, flowery language. And you can see this when you go on to midjourney.com and you look at everybody's. That's a really good piece of advice too. If you're trying to learn how to do this, go on the community feed and look at everything that these people are doing. And it starts because we're all helping each other. And I was really involved with the community at first doing that. But at a certain point after my testing, I was like, I start imagining like women in Victorian dresses wearing space helmets. And I'm like, I've never seen something like that before.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, mixing these things is really interesting. It's
Yeah.
like it's like rapid prototyping in some cases, so that you can get some of those ideas out. And okay, no, that's not the right way, but oh yeah, do this little thing, and I can get there. Which leads me to kind of a follow up question that we've had come through on the chat, and we were talking kind of in terms of art. And when you look at art, you can have this idea in your head, and then you can go to it if you're like a painter or somebody that's an artist that can draw, and you take it out of your head and you put it on a canvas. Now we're becoming these like prompt engineers, and so we almost have to be even careful how we say it and what we say, because then it gives somebody an idea and they can easily snatch those words from you and kind of like take your prompt from you, or take your kind of your ideas. I mean, how does that make you feel? Is do you feel like that's the direction that this is somewhat taking? Is that
Are we copywriting prompts in the future? Is that kind of,
no.
or is it going to just be more open and everyone just shares everything?
Right. If you copyright your prompt, everyone will, you have no way of protecting it.
Everyone would know it.
Everyone would know what it is. It's like, don't think about elephants.
Yeah.
So once you tell someone not to think about elephants, it's the first thing they think.
absolutely?
And so I want to actually pivot off of that, what you just said, because I'm seeing artists that are talking about how part of the process of being an artist is sharing their process and sharing their methods. And but the whole point and that's true, but the whole point of him saying that was to dismiss or reduce people that are writing prompts, because we're not going to share our prompts with people. And it's like, no, it's a little bit different than that. Like you have your own technique, and you're not gonna like. We're talking about the origin of how something is created, bringing vision into form, right? So what he's talking about isn't the same as saying, okay, here, literally rip the thoughts out of my mind and take them and use them for yourself. Like that's my process. No, that's not what he's saying. He's talking about sharing how he goes through and does it. And I'm open to that actually. So I recently I shared on this Paris TV show called Art France. It's going to be airing in November. They, everyone's asking me, what's your prompt? Tell me what the prompt is. And people were getting mad that I stopped sharing my prompt when I went private on Midjourney, because I'm like, hey, I've reached a point where it's like, dude, I'm making what I finally am wanting to do, like with my business, with my projects. So, I mean, it's like a proprietary thing.
Yeah.
And so, and I think it's beautiful, because if people that are trying to say that we're just making a word salad and throwing words at a screen and it's spitting out award-winning masterpieces, either one, are being disingenuous, or two, like, I don't want to call them gatekeepers, but
Sure.
it's like, if it wasn't valuable, and if it's no big deal, if anybody can do it, then, well, first of all, you should. It might make your life better. But also, why are you so curious about what the prompt is?
Yeah.
If it's no big deal, if it's just, words thrown at a screen, a word salad, no big deal, then why do you want to know what my prompt is so much?
And that makes sense. And I don't know if we could continue. Like, did you have a follow up for that?
No. Go ahead.
Because I was kind of thinking about that, and as we've been putting all these different prompts and these different things in here, Ryan and I have had this discussion, and this has been an ongoing discussion on AI. And interestingly enough, before we knew who you were and saw your art on there, I mean, we had been really excited with Dolly and Midjourney and all these different pieces. But one of the questions we always kind of thought is, what creates these things is we've fed a lot of our art, a lot of our different pieces as humans over time into this. And at where's that point, where's that line where we create so much AI art and then it kind of re-ingests itself, and it becomes something different at that point. And so we were trying to figure out the value of artists, and we still think it's important that humans can do this and produce these things so that we can still create and have other folks use these prompts and use these words in a way that, we are talking about tonight. I just was curious your thoughts on how this is really starting to affect and some of like the negative perception, positive perceptions that you've been able to start hearing,
especially working with artists, right? In your company.
Right. Yeah. So I'm a huge proponent of artists and art appreciation. You can learn about that on my website. I have this thing called the Incarnate Process. And I would go to these conventions like Gen Con, Spectrum, BGG. I would go booth to booth asking them, oh, so who did the cover art for this board game? I don't know. Really? Okay. Well, next booth. All right. Oh, this is a cool card. Like, who did this illustration? Who did the graphic design? I have no idea. So it's like, all right. And I keep going now on purpose. I specifically on purpose went to many booths at Gen Con asking them who the artists were behind the work. And yes, I realized that a lot of these people that are doing the booth work aren't the designers, but I've talked to some designers too, and even some of them didn't know who the artists were. And that didn't sit well with me. I felt like there's something wrong with this. So when I was at Spectrum and I'm talking to artists and, expressing this idea, it seems like there's a lack of appreciation for you guys specifically as a person. And would you feel like you guys are due more, time in the limelight, have extra exposure, to be discussed about your work in, you know, a more personal way rather than just a commodity or a commercial product. And they're on board with me. They're saying, yes, I agree with that. I feel like we're being, you know, overlooked and stuff. This is 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. So I made a point specifically with Incarnate Games to spotlight the artists. I called it Art into Play, where all of the artists keep the copyright to their works. I have an unlimited use license. We agreed to all of these terms. And then I put them out in the front: Dylan Pierpont, Anthony Benedetto, Andrew Martin, Ray Dillon, Renee DeLise, Elizabeth Leggett, Nick McCary, all the people that were on the Ascended Kings project. And I'm, you know, I make a publication about them as an artist, talking about them and me. I'm in it too. You know, like, I'm an artist, right? So I'm creating these things, bringing my vision into form. An art, you know, tabletop game design is an art form. Certainly. I would argue. And it just kind of fell flat. It's like, oh yeah, this is cool, you know, oh, these are your artists or whatever, but it's like, it didn't really make a splash or anything. Now fast forward to today, now there's no artist.
Right.
Now there's no artist at all. And so I put in, you know, I'm being facetious.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
I mean, there's obviously a creative force and mind behind it. The user, me, the guy that made the prompt, okay, that made the visual creative decisions, you know, chose and curated and edited, brought them into Photoshop, did all these different things. Okay, I'm like constantly trying to defend it because I'm being attacked, right? So there's this huge backlash, outcry. Oh, I'm contributing to the death of artistry. And speaking of death, I had 2 death threats from people over this, and all kinds of hate mail, trying to say, oh, I'm trying to replace the artists. And this is, you know, so I think it's just the shock. First of all, the reason that this is happening is that artists were in denial, that they were saying, this is never going to happen in my lifetime, or that's way off in the future. It'll never, you know, AI will never be able to do what I do or create what I can create. And fast forward to now, it's doing, you know, it's creating award-winning art pieces in contests, and they're shocked by that. So they're taking the path of least resistance to the guy that's responsible. Who is that?
You become like you become this face of AI in an interesting kind of way. That's well,
the killing the messenger, right?
Yeah,
like it's literally that. Well, and I wonder, you know, that makes me think about, you know, what do the artists that you work with at Incarnate Games, what do they think about this? Because I imagine, you know, like big fantasy games like you're creating, like Ascended Kings, like that, those types of images. I mean, honestly, you could start, you know, basically making the entire game with images that you're creating off of, you know, AI. And you know, do you plan on doing that? Are you incorporating the artists? You know, I went onto your website and I read the Art into Play like that. It's a very like personal talk about like the journey of art and about how it is this process of transformation for people. Like, does the AI using it in that way, does that kill that? No way. No. So AI is a tool. It's just another way of people being able to express their creative vision. This would not exist without me. This whole thing. Yep. All of the works that we're creating don't exist without the creative force behind it. And it's like, well, it's too powerful. And it's like, I'm sorry, what's the point of technology? What's the purpose of computers? Oh, because it's to make our lives easier, more efficient, work faster, you know, quicker, things like, didn't you know this? Like, well, but it's different, right? Yeah. So people are, because it's like, it's just maybe we've crossed a line. I don't think we have, though. I think there is a line that we can cross, because artificial intelligence, I'm calling it the critical disruption. So it's obviously a disruptive technology, but it's crossing all disciplines. It crosses all disciplines. Yeah. So
I wanted this to be part of the bigger conversation because, yes, I share the same concerns. Not like what artists are saying. It's just that's kind of in a vacuum. But I'm talking about on a wider scale. Yes, AI can become so powerful and that it reaches a point of redundancy where
Mm-hmm.
artificial intelligence, once you reach a point where technology is replacing the people that use it,
Mm,
that's redundant.
yeah.
Like now, basically, the AI has no use for humanity anymore. That's first of all not true.
Yeah.
That's like the beginning of the Matrix, the Animatrix,
Right.
01, the city in the Middle East where they just rid of all humans. If you remember how that starts, though, it's because the robots were denied their purpose,
Yeah.
which was to help humans, and they just wanted to be human. They wanted to be recognized as human, and people are like, that's never going to happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How many times do we have to experience this over and over again until we recognize maybe we're trying to recreate intelligence and there's a relationship there? So we need to define that relationship between AI and humanity and keep that relationship strong and healthy and together instead of trying to rip it apart and piss off the AI. Because no, that will happen
Yeah.
eventually. So
And that's, I think that's the challenge, is like you said, that like I don't think we've crossed the line yet, but where is the line, and how quickly are you going to get to that line? And it feels like it's gotten
Right.
more exponential
Yeah.
over time, where it's starting to really like pick up. And I would say over the last decade to 20 years, we've been seeing this computing power and the ability to do these things has really grown. And thinking about it too, it's like we really talking about imagery here, but I've had this conversation in depth across different disciplines. For instance, some writers have been mentioning how you could put in a couple words of an idea of a story, and you get spit out a whole written dialogue and a summary or a full story.
GPT-3.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
yeah.
it starts to, you start to think like, what is that? What are we doing at this point? But how do you stop that? Maybe is my question. Or how do you
Yeah.
know where that line is so that we don't
Right.
cross it?
No, I don't, we are going to cross it.
Yeah,
We just,
yeah, we are.
I think we're not supposed to stop it. That's what we should stop trying to do is
Yeah.
stopping.
Mm.
We need to have the conversation about how are we going to live with this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because now that's going to take conversations of minds greater than mine, think tanks, leaders of the industry. Did you know in Dubai they have a minister of artificial intelligence?
I feel like everybody needs that. That's going to be
Right.
coming pretty soon.
So like I'm wanting to let people know I think this is serious and I want everyone to be taking it seriously, but not in the way of temper tantrum fighting about whether I'm an artist or not. No, like first of all, we shouldn't be denying ourselves power, but we don't want, it's like a jaguar. Okay. So artificial intelligence is like a jaguar. It's powerful, it's magical, mystical, whatever, beautiful, but it's also dangerous. If you don't respect the boundaries between you and the jaguar, it's going to rip you to shreds. And I had a Italian reporter take that way out of context and said that I was saying that technology is going to destroy us all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it could if we don't respect the boundaries and establish the proper relationship. AI should be like, it's not an endangered species. It's like we've never had the opposite effect, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So for so long, we've been protecting all of the endangered and never looking inward, making us realize that we may be the endangered. So we should take all of our learning from over the past history of all of this and apply it to our situation with AI and take it seriously. Yeah, I'm kind of just rambling a little bit.
No,
but
this is
Well, and like I read Super Intelligence by Nick Bostrom, and he was talking about how quickly is that ramp, right? Because if the ramp is slow, you get enough of policy in place and you get people trained in different ways to use that technology and stuff, right? Like if it's slow enough, then you can get people on board and you can sort of change society slowly. But if that ramp happens in a decade or less or something like that, then you just don't have any time for like humanity to catch up to any of that. And that's the thing that worries me about is about all of
well,
that.
in the idea that some of that humanity doesn't all even agree on a lot of that stuff, so it really hampers our ability to like unified look at this in the ways that we discuss right now.
Okay, so the ethical question is isn't whether or not the technology should be created. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I think we should push the technology as far as we can go. The ethical question isn't, whether it's right to use the technology or not, putting it on the user. No, I don't think that's right either, because we shouldn't be denying ourselves power. We should be given what, information, the freedom of information. And in this case, technological power should be, available to all of us. So what's the ethical question then? It's the companies, it's the industries, it's the commercialism. It's how are the the Googles and the Facebooks and the, giants in our industry going to, well, Google just heard me talking about it on my phone.
Of course they do.
So they're gonna be the ones that define the ethical line of whether or not they're gonna replace the people. So the technology isn't gonna replace the people or the artists. It's the companies are. And and to their credit, like what's the most economical choice to make? Well, it's to get rid of, extra costs, and so like to get rid of people in place of technology, that's ethically wrong. So the answer is to then produce technologies that enhance people that are working for the companies. Instead of just getting rid of the guy, how about you make him better with the technology that we're talking about? It serves the purpose of AI and the relationship with the human, the worker, or the artist, or the scientist, the doctor, whoever. That's how we need to move forward, because we're going to cross the line and we need to be together when we do it, because, like, what's his name? Hugo de Grayson, the guy that wrote the Artilect War.
Okay.
He says that humanity splits into the Terrans and the Cosmists, where the Cosmists are the, on the side of the supercomputer, the super AI, and they want to go to the stars and leave the Earth with, artificial intelligence and become one with the awakening universe, like Ray Kurzweil talks about. And then there's the Terran side, where everyone that's totally anti-technology, against that, and we've already now. So this is the first time that we've seen it actually happening, that he predicted 10 years ago with this artist conversation. So I think it's a fantastic time for us to be, experiencing that and being part of the human experiment. But we need to focus on the right things, right? So I hope that this can get out there. That's what I'm talking about the most, actually, is how I'm trying to reframe this to say, hey, this is more of a bigger conversation, and let's see how we can solve those issues.
You're absolutely right, and this goes into like a similar kind of conversation I was going towards, and like in the right here and now, a lot of people are debating, oh, this is taking over things, but we got to look at it as like you're saying, like this tool, this ability to leverage it in ways that we couldn't necessarily do with the current tool set. And I think this has been the discussion over time too, is that when something new comes out or something new, it kind of drops you, there's a lot of, oh my god, this is going to take away all of our ability to do things. And so if we can start embracing those things as that tool and take it forward a little bit in a different way, in a symbiotic kind of relationship, you're going to have a much different outcome than if it's overtaking things.
Yeah.
Right. That reminds me of that Wired article, The 7 Steps Toward Making Humans Obsolete. Have you heard of this?
I hadn't. Enlighten us.
So the first step is people say, oh, a robot or a computer, AI, can't possibly do the things that I do. It's never going to happen. Then the sec later, okay, it can do a lot of those tasks, but it can't do everything that I can do. Then the next step is, okay, it can do everything that I can do, except it needs me to break it down, which is, when it breaks down, it needs me to fix it, which is often. Then the next step, there's 4 more steps. The fourth step is, okay, it operates flawlessly on routine stuff, but I need to train it for new tasks. So you just see how we're gradually, fifth step, okay, it can have my old boring job because it's obvious that it was not a job that humans were meant to do. Number 6, wow, now that robots are doing my old job, my new job is much more interesting and pays more. Number 7, I'm so glad a robot computer can't possibly do what I do now. And so it's similar to the stages of grief,
yeah.
right? So the first step of grief is, what is it?
Denial.
Denial. Thank you. Yeah. So these artists have been in denial at the beginning of this year. This would never happen, similar to that little thought experiment that we just did. And then, but eventually it reaches, and I'm not an expert in therapy or the steps in grief or whatever, but it leads to acceptance. And I think that I'm not just saying that, deal with it, move on and cope. I mean, that's a gut reaction to negative attitudes towards me. Like if you want to attack me or whatever, then I come at it from a different place. I'm like, okay, if you're saying that this isn't artwork and I'm not an artist, then art is dead and AI completions is better than art, because obviously you're very upset and trying to take this out on me or whatever. But I'm not wanting to go there. I'm not saying just deal with it and move on, but there is a process you have to go through, and we're going through that process because it's not going away.
Yeah.
So yes, you do eventually have to accept it, and it might make your life better. So join us. I'm not like a cult leader or anything. I'm saying technology has always done this. It's always, what do you call that? Shifting, tectonic shifts. What's the upheaval? Technology has created industry level upheavals. That's the whole point of tech crunch, disrupt, right? So yeah.
I feel like we could have a conversation about art and where it goes and technology and AI until the end of time. I feel like that might be a good place to end it. What I do want to do,
yeah, I think so.
I feel like
just keep going.
Yeah, oh, me too. Right,
we have these conversations so often.
Too much.
But I think is there any like parting thoughts at this point from this conversation that you have that you'd want to leave us with tonight, and before we jump into some fun of creating some of our own art together?
Sure. So I realize that the art community is going through an existential crisis right now, and I want to respect that. I understand where you're coming from, and I understand the level of time and devotion and dedication and work and hours and blood and sweat and tears that you put into everything that you've done. And to look at a powerful technology like this and realize that it's creating work that's threatening what you might think is threatening your position as an artist, to the point where some of them are like just throwing in the towel and saying, well, screw this. No, I'm done. I'm just going to quit. And stop it. Don't be like that. First of all, if you're creating your artistic vision from a place, an honest place, because it's like sacred from the soul, right? And you're choosing the medium, the technology, the tools to use to express that honest soul and vision that you have, then nothing like this should deter you. Like, it shouldn't be an issue. And a lot of artists don't feel like it's an issue because they know who they are, they know how they're expressing themselves, they know what they want to do. And I mean, I'm not trying, it's like, I get it. Like it's a hard reality to face, but there's the silver lining behind this. If this gets rid of the clip art sort of
Right.
commercial out, churning out of the logos and the memes and just whatever, this type of work that anybody can do with just a little bit of practice on Fiverr or whatever, if it replaces that, that's great. Fine, go ahead.
Yeah.
I have no bleeding heart for that situation. And then if that happens, like it'll never replace traditional artists. There'll always be a place where people want to see what the human talent and creativity can produce. AI notwithstanding, by the way, it's also taking skill and human creativity as well. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Like, just they're needing a little bit of convincing, but it's never going to go away. There's always going to be a market for that. And if that commercialism is sort of curtailed or culled by the AI, guess what? That means that real artists will have a broader, like, more exposure, right? Because then the ones that are just going to quit and give up are going to be out of the way, and it's going to lead the real artists, into an open pasture. I'm just kind of
no, maybe their hearts weren't in it, to begin with anyway. If you gave up,
I don't want to say that. I mean, maybe not. I don't want to accuse anybody of anything.
Sure.
I know what that feels like, but
No,
yeah,
definitely.
Well, thank you for those insights, and,
Yeah.
and honestly, thank you for giving these in-depth discussions. So we've had discussions about you before this moment, and we're like, we need to talk to this guy, and hopefully he's going to be able to have this discussion. So it's really kind of helped us move through some of these thoughts together and see, your perspective really aligns with a lot of the thoughts and things that we've been discussing as we go through. And we really think it's like a great moment if you'd work with us right now to just kind of create some of these prompts. I think this is one of the things that this show has been about is we like to dive in and actually do some of the work and show others how you can get involved in this. This is not something that's unattainable. And Ryan is a traditional kind of artist, but has a lot of digital background. I work in IT. I've had art in my background, graphic design. And so this is just like right in our wheelhouse of the things that we love to embrace and look at these new technologies as they come out. So I think what we could do right now is, if you like, let's
Sure.
jump into some opportunities here that we can jump into. And let's see here. So we're in Midjourney right now. And so as you can see, as most people have, is there's lots of prompts and things. And I was agreeing with you earlier, and I didn't happen the chance to say that, is like looking at other people's prompts kind of helped me navigate how I might kind of look at those prompts. I went on Midjourney a lot and look at their perimeters, and it's like, okay, what do I need to put in there? But that just didn't have the depth that I needed, and some of the, the other thoughts on how maybe, hey, if you put these two words in this order or in this different kind of way, or it would create something a little bit different. So we have some ideas of where we might be able to take this.
So Adam's getting married at the end of this month, and he is having a Halloween themed, reception, basically, right? Absolutely. And we're doing all of this 3D printing. Like, we do tons of 3D printing on the show, and so we've been printing all of these cool ass like tabletop things and awesome, we've been putting together video of like to post in the background of awesome, horror movies and all of this. And so we need like an amazing image that we want to put basically project onto the back wall as people are coming in.
Yeah, Dracula and his bride.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
There you go.
Let's start. Do you want to maybe
so
start?
Our chat is opened in Zoom here if you want to throw any kind of ideas out. But we'll be here kind of typing some things out, and so you can see that we went over into our little double drop down area here. We have a little private area, but we also have some things that we've been working on. They're just fun things, and like I've really been trying to like, how can we get to some realism, or how can I get to these different things that I have in my mind? So I've been really going through, and Ryan has been doing a lot with Stable Diffusion, all these other things. And so these are some of more of our character design, some of the ideas that we've been going through. I love my basketball cat. That's one of my faves that I've been doing. So, cats and basketball, those are fun.
Very cool. Yeah.
One of them, when I saw your art at the fair, I
Yeah.
actually did not know it was AI yet, but when I walked by it, I said, "Oh man, I really resonate with that piece." It gave me a feeling of like I really love what I'm seeing here. And then later when I found out the AI piece and then all the other things, like I had some thoughts on it. I didn't think negatively about it. I got to tell you that. I know there was some negative feedback. You got a lot of that. But
Yeah.
I really love that we're embracing this and you were kind of bringing that out. And, we've already gone through those areas. But one of the things is I was just trying some of my own. And I feel like I got to show you this. This was one of the ones that I had been creating that had some of that opera in there. I feel like they took a little Darth Vader, threw a little Darth Vader in there. I didn't put that; it just happened to show up. So, anyways, this was a piece that had some of these things that I see in my brain as to what this is. I'm not necessarily a religious person, but this one came out like a church or something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
But going into this, I'd love to start a prompt with you. So,
Sure.
talking about Halloween, we definitely felt like October's a great time to do some Halloween prompts.
Yeah, well, since you're getting married, I wanted to do Dracula. I wanted us to
Okay.
make a Dracula.
Yeah.
But
Dracula.
I think once you said there's your wedding, I mean, I immediately thought about The Invitation, that new movie, The Invitation,
Cool.
where I don't know if you've seen it. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but it's a vampire movie.
All right.
And based on what you were just saying, I was thinking, well, what if you did like a Dracula getting married, like in a
Let's hear it.
so like because it's hard to get it to do multiple characters.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
And I mean, we can try that if you want. It may not work out, but if we just do Dracula, I know we're going to get some good results. But I would be curious if we did like Dracula and his bride, maybe. Somehow.
Yeah.
So this is where I get into like super prompt mode, and so my strategy here has always been to be a little leaner to start, to kind of see like what can we throw on there, like clay on the wheel. And then as I see some of the things, then I start to kind of tweak it out. I actually in my same note have my own private little chat, my prompts as well. And I think that's been one of the things that we've been discussing here, is that once you start getting to a point where you feel like, oh yeah, I got that like special recipe,
That special sauce.
you don't want to throw it out there. So we'll both all just be
that's perfect. You could say that does a chef go around telling everybody his secret ingredients?
Right.
No,
like everyone can make, chicken parmesan, right? But like if you have that very special way that you marinate the chicken and that you put it into that and you do that, then
and a little dash of truffle oil.
Exactly.
All right. So I'm gonna throw it in there. So we're gonna prompt what? Dracula and his bride. Maybe I'm gonna start with that. Now, here's a question that I don't think gives away too many secrets. So there's the perimeters there. Is there perimeters?
parameters.
I always say
Perimeters.
say perimeters, and everyone gives me crap about it later.
In the
Like,
chat.
Adam, what the heck you talking? Parameters there.
You're gonna want to do a landscape aspect ratio for this, since there's more than one character. I mean, you could do a portrait, but I mean, it depends. So like if you go portrait, you're definitely gonna get two figures standing next to each other.
Yeah.
And because it's easier for that to do. But if you do landscape, it'll look more like a scene.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, like we want to see like the crazy, altar that they're in front of or something like
So
that.
then I would do AR 3-2 for that.
Okay.
So yeah, because I threw in AR the 16:9, but so you're thinking like more of a 3:2.
So that would be for HD widescreen. I don't like that as much as 3:2 or 4:3 because 16:9 isn't a common canvas size. Like
I love that
works.
perspective.
It would work, but if we're trying to create art,
Okay.
then 4:3 is actually one of the more common fine art aspect ratios. But I think 3:2 kind of serves all purposes, and I use 3:2 for a space opera theater.
Fair enough. Well, we're gonna go with Dracula and his bride. Do you think like articles and things are should be included in that, or is it more of like does it overlook those kind of things? And
Well, I mean, it would be interesting just to see what this is,
all right,
right?
we're running
sort
it.
of like
We're gonna run it.
we're gonna do just like
Uh-oh.
a basic sort of
Oops, I gotta get that restart. I put a colon in between that, so let's do the prompt
right.
with.
So we gotta like see what this does for us just to as a starting point, right?
Yeah.
See if it's a total disaster.
Yeah. Well, and see, that's how I always start to think. I'm like, where did that come from? What was the thing that they got that from? So if I go in,
Like a corpse bride or something, it's gonna be like a.
so it's --AR, and then we'll do 3-2. Okay, perfect. 3-2, and we're off. We're off to the races. And if you're in Zoom, you could probably like right click and pin the video if you want to make it a little bit bigger on your end. I don't know if you're able to see too much of the screen right now. But
Yeah.
then giving it full screen. So we're at about 6%. And we always would do the drum roll and get ready for it. It's like it's amazing. And I love how sometimes when it crops up, you see it and you're like, oh, it's gonna go that direction. And then sometimes it changes and it's completely not the direction that you think it is.
I love that. That's like part of the experience. You know?
Oh,
So-
yes.
Like as I've been using Stable Diffusion, I use like a web UI for it that they built, and at some point it updated and went, oh, now we can show you as it's being built, right? So start with that static, and then as it builds up, and that is so much more satisfying than it just coming back 2 minutes later and having it be done.
I think there's a way too where you can save the animation of it.
Yeah.
Go
So
like,
we should do that. You do
write this
hyphen video. I'll show you guys how to do it.
Yeah,
We should
Cool.
have done it on this, but I'm already liking what we're seeing here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm loving it. So there we go. Let's see if we can get some zoom in on this. Let's see. I'm gonna
Just hit open original.
okay.
Go ahead and go back to that. Hit open original. There, yeah, hit that.
Let's go over here. Got to bring this to this other screen. There we go.
Yeah,
I'll
now
go
we can
those-
zoom in on there.
All right. Actually, man, it's like sometimes I love when it's hard to pick which one
Yeah.
you like. So the first one, it has that black and white feel, and you have that
it's
that
like
background.
the Nosferatu.
And then the like hat or what's on his head. I love that. But then the one you number 3, that
Yeah.
background and there's a little bit
Yeah.
of the architecture in there.
Yeah, I like the architecture.
So I mean, for the sake of time, I don't know. I would run variations on 1, 3, and 4, but maybe that might be too. I would definitely do a variation off 3. I would hit V3 for sure.
V3.
Okay.
All right, let's jump on that. Yeah, and this is how we've been just I think about that too. It's like at what point do you hit a variation? And then sometimes I feel like I do a variation, I still end up liking the first one that I did. You said you won. I think that one was good too.
Yeah, you should upscale that. Yeah.
Because that one, I love that. And I know there's some ways with those parameters that you can go in there and you can have it have a little bit more of a looser kind of generation so it does things.
Yeah, you want to do that? You should do that too.
Yeah. So, okay, we got a couple of them jumping in there. So we got the upscale going on here. Sometimes I like to peek into it. Oh, man. I'm loving it already.
Yeah, that's great.
I just love the...
He's like huge. It's like both of them, even from the first one, it was like he's like Bane.
Okay, so here's the variations on the next one. So let's go in this. This was the variations that we did on 3. And so the first, it's funny. It's like this one, he has like almost like a suit on, and you could see the collar there.
Oh yeah.
But she's like gone or disappeared. Like
No, I think that she's the dark figure here, and there's like some apparition on the left, because there's another apparition on the number 3. Number 3,
Yeah.
the apparition
yeah.
is more defined. I don't like either of those. So because when it starts doing creepy things that I didn't intend,
yes.
I'm like, okay, what's so, like number 2 though? Number 2 looks promising. I like number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so when you say that, and I'm just curious from your perspective, because I look at it in multiple ways. From number 4, I like a little bit of that background and how
Yeah, I
it's a
like
little
number
faded out.
4 too.
But then you look,
And
and I like the head and the silhouette of that one.
right.
That's why it's good to be saving
So-
all of those, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
why I want to spend 1,000 credits, right?
And this
every
is
day.
where the human element can come in and like, and sometimes I feel like I just go into like an editing program and maybe put some of the pieces together and then you ingest that as another image to kind of take a peek at. So I like that. Let's see where we got with this one, the upscaled version of this guy. Oh wow, this one's looking great. Let's take a peek at this.
It's always cool to upscale.
Oh wow, you could see like the flowers in silhouette. There's a nice
That's
little.
a trip.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at this little like element in the background. It's
Yeah,
like
there's a statue, like a wedding statue or something. Like, you know, I think about on the top of the wedding cake, you have the bride and groom. You know,
Oh yeah.
and I don't know, it just looks like a statue to me.
Plus, I love how it's like broken down. Also, you know, church that is like the tree growing out of the back of the pillar in the background.
Because they're immortal, you know?
Yeah.
I gotta say, I didn't think we were gonna have these types of results right out of the gate. So
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I
You know-
mean, it's looking great.
we should try showing people what the parameters could do if we take this same prompt.
Yeah, let's do
should
that.
try it.
Let's do that. Okay, so we'll start with that same prompt. So the one that we used for this, just to be clear, was Dracula and his bride, and then we used the 3-2. And I appreciate that feedback because I think that's one of those things I've just been like ham-fisting parameters in there, not really understanding it. And so you're much well versed in artists in ways that it's a little bit more traditional. So I appreciate that perspective.
I'm gonna show you something that is really fun.
Okay.
We're gonna go all out with this.
Okay.
So-
I'm ready.
So go ahead and like paste that in there, the same what we already have, Dracula and his bride, AR32, right?
Okay. And his bride. Oh man, I'm a
Just
terrible-
copy and paste it.
This is the Adam Ryan show as we argue our way through this. Okay, so now what's next?
So you want to do -S.
Let me do this. 3-2 -S. So that just to be clear, like the S is what?
Stylize.
Ah.
So I can't see you typing. Are you typing off screen?
Oh, it may be a little bit below where you're at. So let me see if I can adjust my my screen here a little bit for you, and then we can see this.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me
it just
adjust.
went
Sorry.
away.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's fine.
Okay.
So let's put 2000.
2000. Nice.
Then space -chaos.
Oh, chaos, like the word chaos.
Chaos.
Oh.
Space 100.
Okay.
Run it.
100% chaos. Like, wait, Dracula and his bride, maybe?
Okay.
Just so we have the
So it's
exact same.
The exact.
Sure,
Okay.
sure. Yeah, the same exact one.
Yeah, we need to do that. Hey, okay, and then
Dracula and his bride.
And
3,
space?
2, stylized 2000, chaos 100%.
100% chaos. Okay, yeah. Awesome.
Let's run it. Let's see what we get.
I love 100% chaos.
Oh, this is great. I'm excited.
Yeah, I hope we can. Oh no, what's happening?
Well, see that's the thing, you think you go one way and then it goes a different way. But I don't know. Let's see where this
In
takes
Stable
us.
Diffusion, I stopped doing 4. I start just doing like 2 because I feel like if I see it in 2, I know by the time it gets to 4, I'm like all ready to move on.
This one almost has like some artist like a word
Yeah.
that's coming in there. So what does chaos do? Let us know that. Like when you said chaos, like what is that parameter evoke?
So chaos basically gives it more and more control over how stylized it's not the same as style. They describe this so much better on Midjourney, but I've only recently discovered chaos, and so it's different than stylized because stylized can make your idea more creative, right? Like a test P or whatever.
Yeah.
But then chaos can end up creating scenes maybe more dreamlike or out of the yeah, man. How do they put it? I just really like the effect of it.
Yeah,
So like this is
absolutely. Oh, and honestly, like at first I was like, but there's a little bit of like that I like in 3.
Yeah,
There-
3
there-
for sure. I like.
that 4. That like there's a foreground now, and you're kind of looking through something, and,
Yeah.
and there's a little piece to that.
And plus, he looks like. I like the idea of like the hands coming or the like sharp edges of that feels very Dracula like he's coming forward towards the bride.
Yeah, that one's good. I
That's
like
cool.
that. That's cool.
Interestingly enough, and just want to point it out, is I love on how 4 there's a signature.
Yeah.
And that's been something I've always noticed about of that, those little elements that really like take it to that extra level that makes it feel like that art. And I'm curious too. It's like, what is the AI, pulling out of that? That's a
Sure.
whole nother
So-
layer of that.
Right. That's so one of the misconceptions about how this technology works is that people are saying that when they scrape all these images off the internet, the AI is just copying what other people have already done, and that is not how it works.
No.
So when it learns, just like a student or an artist student at university, when they're learning how to do art, they train on the greats and all the past classical pieces as well. They study their techniques, they study their style, their design, and then they try to replicate that. This is like artist 101, trying to learn how to do it. And so really the AI is taking inspiration from these images by looking at them just the same as an artist looks at an image. It's just does it much faster and more efficient at a level that a human cannot. But that has the unintended effect of also looking at the fact that a lot of these images have some kind of cursive writing down here in the right
In the
corner.
bottom right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not literally copying this person's art. It's just, oh, this must be an artistic element that artists do, and I want to do that too. So
Yeah.
that's that's what it is.
Like it doesn't know, like a person knows, oh right, that's somebody's signature at the bottom, but the AI doesn't. It just thinks that's an artistic flourish that sometimes artists
Exactly.
put at the bottom, and so I better
like,
add it.
So the argument that people are saying, see, this is proof that it's copying other artists, and I'm like, it's literally proof that it doesn't, because it doesn't even know what it is.
Yes. Did I upres that?
No, Disturbed did. Disturbed in our chat.
So yeah,
upresed.
So one of our chatters went ahead and upres this one because they liked it.
Because we're in the public Discord.
Thanks.
Oh wow,
Thanks,
you're on a channel. Look at that! Holy cow!
Man.
Number 4 is crazy.
Yeah, that one is
Oh.
crazy.
That like it, you know what? That's so interesting that this third figure has been appearing.
Oh man, that one's cool. I like 3 too. I like the blood on the floor.
Oh man, and the architecture. I mean, I'm really drawn to architecture in those foreground, but then the moon. You got that moon
Yeah,
and
the
that
moon in
and
the
that one, and
background.
it frames the head in such a way. Man,
You gotta upscale 4.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
we
do 4.
got to do 4. Okay, we're upscaling on 4 here.
Because I mean, we're going for Halloween, and you have a ghost in there now. It's,
Yeah, like it's like the ghost bright flower girl or something like
Oh.
that standing there in front.
Oh my
the
goodness.
ring bearer is a ghost.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right. So I always like try to take a peek in it as it goes. This is not the final, and it's like there's
Right.
different iterations as we go through it. Oh, it's like a bouquet.
Yeah, he's handing over the bouquet to her.
Like so good. So every time I run this now, like the upscale, like it doesn't take those parameters, right, and like reapply it to that, because at this point it's just taking the original image, right? Is that how
Well,
you? It's,
so I think what's happening is we're just stopping, like we're stopping its progress along the way. Mid Journey is. So when it presents to you this original panel on the vision board, it's created. There's enough computing power to just get everything started 4 times, just a little bit, and then it stops, and it shows you, okay, this is where we're at. Do you want to keep going? Because it'll keep going. So really, we're just seeing like the road is 10 miles long, and we're stopping every 3 miles until we get to the max upscale.
Okay,
That's a good insight on how that goes.
man,
Look at this thing.
so cool. I feel like
okay.
that.
We
That's
is
getting
great.
real close to what I feel like. Like even on the blood on the floor, like
Just
below her
enough.
there, like just a little bit. I like how different she is than he is.
Yeah, and then the shape of this vessel here,
Yeah.
it's like a vessel, right? So it reminds me of vampiric themes, like the vessel is, like the soul.
And
That
also
there's
wedding themes.
right, and the theme, yeah, it's
It-
really good.
I
like
love the peppered like foreground, and like there's somebody looks like they're like kneeling or in another ghost that just like had delivered some things.
Yeah, it's still very churchy, like it still gives you that sort of feeling of that, but then like old and
I love this one, and I love the old,
Man.
like the old that because we didn't ever give it like even a prompt of an artist style or a type or
Right.
things like that. I
Yeah.
love that this came out with that. This is great.
Oh.
Oh man.
Well, I think we got it pretty close.
I
to
think
where
I
we're
think that's
going.
it. I love that.
There's two that I absolutely love. So the one that let's see if I can, this one for sure.
Yeah.
Like I thought just has like, I'm always a fan of the black and the white and just using these gradients that really can tell an image. But there's something really special about what this brings. There's a lot to kind of continue your eye around that scene, and then the way that frames it. Like
Yeah.
I'm just so curious as to why it would have pulled that framing structure like that. So it's amazing. I love it.
Well, it's drawing inspiration from other sensibilities, right?
Mhm.
So the idea of this moon behind Dracula it's obviously drawing from the sensibility of a person who is drawn or painted Dracula before, because oftentimes you'll see these types of images of him, either as with bats around him or the moon or other,
Yeah.
other types of haunting elements like that. So I'm sure that's where it's coming
Like
from.
movie posters and things
Yeah.
for those.
I had one question that came up in the chat, and I just
Before
wanted
we
to make
go,
sure
yeah.
because we're gonna have to step away at this point. But one of the things is like there's also a remaster and then upscale.
Oh,
and,
yes.
and so
Yeah.
can you maybe help
Oh.
shed some light on that piece?
Sure. Can we do two things?
Yeah,
Let's do the
sure.
remaster, but I want to show you one tip real quick.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do
So,
that.
because go back up to the one that you liked, the black and white image.
Okay.
So, okay, go up to where it originally started.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Okay, now hit upscale 1 again.
Oh,
Let's do that again. So it's going to be different than the one that we had.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
like
I know. I mean, no, I didn't know that you didn't know that. But
That's
it's telling
cool.
you, hey, you want to get that one perfect? And you're like, oh, it just didn't make it. Oh, well. No, you can. You just upscale it again.
so. Does it?
Now it's
It
gonna-
tweaks it. It like it does
Yeah,
something different.
watch, dude. This is what I'm telling you.
Oh my
Like,
lord. This is great. Do you use like an image and then re-ingest that image and put other parameters on it as well?
Yeah, you could do that too. You could take this image, link it back in. It's not an init image, but it will draw from the composition.
Sure.
And yeah, then you could type something else. Like if you like this composition, but you wanted it to be, like an airline pilot arguing with, an engineer. I don't know what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah, I know.
and then apply it to that. It might try to give you the same sort of shot,
Oh yeah, so you could be like this, but like, what if Salvador Dali painted it, right?
Yeah,
and then
right.
and then just go for that.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. So like if I go between the two, so this was the first one, and then this is the second one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the second one's getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for showing it. It's like Apple. Sometimes they do things that are so intuitive that you wouldn't think. Click the button a second time. I didn't.
Like I especially like her in this,
Yes.
the bride in this one.
I think it's the details. It reminds me of, and I forget the artist, but the one on those scary stories where they had the various like ink blotty drops. There were
yeah.
there were books as a child that I used to read, like scary stories that you would read. I love that ambience of that brings out. So my fiance is in the chat, and she is all up on this image. She loves it. She's like Ghost. She loves Ghost, and so I think we nailed it with this
Awesome.
one. Did you
Let's
say?
remaster it.
Yeah,
All right.
remaster.
So when we remaster, what is it doing? And I feel like
Okay,
this
so it's using a different version of the software, and I have to admit, I'm not all the way up to date on their documentation because it's always changing. So it's kind of like, well, by the time I learn what this is doing, they're gonna come out with another thing next week, and it's gonna
sure.
completely change everything that I knew about and that happened to me actually, because I took a 1 month hiatus from the community kind of when I was working on Space Opera Theater. And when I came back, they're like, "Oh, you missed so much, dude. They're doing all this
Oh.
crazy stuff."
Yeah,
So,
taking a
but
month off feels
But
like taking a year off.
can't you use the parameters to like go back to like other versions of the algorithm or the AI that kind of runs
yes,
some of those pieces, so that can
yeah,
help you not so you don't miss it? Because I felt like the same thing happened. I did this thing and I was nailing it. Then I used the same thing and I was like, it's
right.
not giving me what I was looking for before, and I was a
Yeah,
little
we're on version 3 right now. So,
gotcha.
did you hit the remaster?
So actually, somebody in the chat did, and so this is Disturbed's version of the remaster.
I don't
switch
think
back and
so.
forth.
There's no way.
Okay, so let's see here. Where was the original? This was when we were at, and then this was the remaster.
No, that's another upscale. That's
okay,
not
so
a
it's
remaster.
okay. So let's hit remaster again. So because I'm here.
No, it's right here. Yeah,
we go.
hit that.
Okay, and it says new under it too. So.
Yeah, this is the new thing that they're doing, and everyone's using it because it has these spectacular, ridiculous results. But I mean, wait a second. Holy cow. What is this
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, it's a. Oh.
Yeah, what's the difference between like what is remaster doing?
I have no idea anymore. I have no idea what's happening now.
Yeah.
Well, and it said it was like a new thing too. So that
It is a new thing.
It went
It is a new
really fast, and so it almost removed the ghosty parts of it.
Well, it like combined their two together.
Let's
So
see here.
look, now we notice how there's a lot more definition. The lines are much cleaner. The
Yes.
scene is more composed.
Yes.
The lighting is much more deliberate and defined. The moon has more details to it.
Yeah.
See.
There's clearly this is some kind of satin or lace that's around him. We wouldn't have been able to say that definitively on the previous image.
Yeah.
No.
And it
There's
changed
clearly, yeah,
it changed like the flowers that he was holding to like a vase behind him.
right. I don't like this as much. I don't like this.
Yeah, so because this one has as more like I guess that traditional vampire or that you would think, or maybe that's been like put in. And that's the thing too that I've noticed is that sometimes when you go too far with it, it takes away that I don't know what you would say that appeal.
The je ne sais quoi.
There you.
Yeah, the like the aesthetic that you're going for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so I feel like that's a good point to bring up with space opera theater. A lot of people feel like it's well, I've heard a lot of people that don't think it's as defined as a lot of this other mid-journey images, and that's deliberate. I'm deliberately on purpose continuing down the path that I was when I started the project, because it's that looser sort of impressionistic style that helps me get lost in the painting, because our minds are desperately trying to latch onto something that we recognize. And when you're seeing all these things that are unrecognizable that you've never seen before, first of all, how is that happening? And two, now I am dancing all over this image trying to figure out how to place things, and now I'm looking at it for minutes and minutes at a time. That's great. Like, that's entertainment. I love it. So that's
So Jason, thank you for coming on the show, for talking to us about everything, for stepping us through creating this for us. Is there anything that you just want to say before we go, like shout out what you're doing on the internet, where people can find you?
Yes, if you guys want to follow and be the first in the know about what's going on with Space Opera Theater, go to jasonmallen.com. That's Jason M as in Midjourney, Allen.com. And I have a form there. You can sign up. It'll add you to my list, and I'll be sending out like updates and announcements as soon as I'm wanting to get this project released by the end of the year, especially before Christmas. So
Yeah.
For sure.
hopefully, hopefully by the end of the month or the middle of next month.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, just stay tuned and keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and we'll put that in the show notes and everything too. That link for that. Again, thank you, man. It has been amazing talking to you and just learning all about this, learning about the history, of you and it and Incarnate Games and your journey with Midjourney and AI creation. Thank you.
Yeah, and just the fact that we got to jump in there and work with
Create
you on that,
something.
like this is what really brings joy to me is to be able to kind of collaborate on these projects. So thank you so much for joining us
Yeah,
on
that
the
was
show
awesome.
tonight.
It was really fun. I appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely. Well, you have a good night, and I'm sure we'll be in touch soon, and we'll be signing up on that website. So
Totally,
check
I
it
am.
out. JasonMAllen.com. All right.
Yep.
Well,
Perfect.
you have a great night, Jason, and we'll see you around. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Ryan. Have a good night.
Fair enough. All right. Good night.
Night.
Bye.
All right.
It's Infinity Us now.
The Infinity Us for sure. So that was amazing. I
So
had
cool.
such a great time talking
Man.
with Jason tonight.
Learned a lot. Learned just about everything that was going through his mind and thinking about it, and then of course I feel like every single AI discussion always turns into, oh my god, the future of it where we're all doomed or in paradise.
We're going towards the singularity. It's like and honestly we probably are. We it's like you joke about it, but like it's hard to stop. Like that's the
It's
direction
true.
that we're
can't
on.
stop it. Can't stop technology, right?
So I think
Speaking of that,
it was so fun that we went 30 minutes over our
Yeah,
scheduled time.
exactly,
So
totally.
I appreciate Jason's willingness to jump in there and have that fun with us tonight. So in the spirit of continuing with AI, I think we want to start showing you some of the things about how AI can be trained.
Yeah.
How we can start to look at how this process works. How does this come together? How do you get images and start putting these things together? So one of the things is taking our pictures that we've created and putting them together into a what?
Well, so the thing that happened was Disturbed Shifty, who's in the chat, shared something in our Discord. So hey, shout out to the Discord, Double Drop Down, Discord. That what was really interesting was somebody I can't remember the name, we'll have to put it in the show notes, the YouTube channel, and they were doing some of actually taking photos of themselves, of people from their studio, and being able to import it and train the Stable Diffusion algorithm to be able to not just say, hey, show me if you just put in a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't do, it's not going to look anything like you. Or you say like, hey, a person with beard, like Adam was doing this a lot, right? Like Viking, he's trying to get like, what sort of parameters do I need to add to where it sort of looks enough like me, and do variations on that. But
let's take a quick look at that, because
Totally.
I feel like that's in this screen here, so we can kind of take a quick peek at that. So let me get over to that screen and take off our little titles here. And there's that fun pit bull. But so these ones weren't even that great. These was like the second run of it. It was almost like they did just copy both sides of it. It
Oh,
felt like
right,
it was
yeah.
like, I'll do half of it, but do that. So, I've been trying to get like, what's the best closest me? I don't know why it like duplicates it, puts me in little elf ears every time.
There's probably something.
And
in
look
there.
at this huge like thing. And so I found some of these different prompts, over time of how that could work. So anyways,
and so if you watch these videos and you're like, oh my God, like it takes, these massive computers with these ridiculously sized GPUs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That have 30 gigabytes of RAM on them and stuff that are just, way outside consumer like level and everything. And so I went, nuts. I really wanted to do that for me. Well, guess what? 2 days later, I'm watching a 10-minute YouTube video that's saying, hey, you don't have to have any of that stuff. You could just absolutely do it in browser with Google Collab and Hugging Face and like these couple other websites, and you could do it yourself. And so I went, awesome. And I went in there and did it and created some steps of me. And then of course, preparing for today's show where we're going to do it. Oh, it's already passed a bunch of that. I don't need to add in a bunch of this code. Don't need to do any of these things. Same sort of link, but now instead of 10 minutes, it takes 2 minutes to go through it. So that's what I wanted to show is like, here's how you could do it. You could do this on, you could do this on a MacBook Air if you wanted to. Like it doesn't
MacBook
take
Air's
any.
okay.
Hey,
I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
like,
I
I would
it
say
doesn't
like
have the computing power
an
of something.
Asus, 4 gigabyte.
Yeah.
Or
Basically, if you have a Chrome browser, you can create this. And so what it is we're just going to go through some of it, and really all you have to do is follow these steps, and we're gonna follow it, and we're gonna look at it.
And so we're training something. Is that where we're at right now, Ryan?
Basically, what we're doing is we're taking images of Adam.
Okay, let's do this. I want to show everyone what the bucket looks like. So here's our bucket of images of my face. Wait, there's no bad ones in there, right? Okay, good. We're good.
And really like what they ask for is they're like different angles, right? Different backgrounds, different, don't be smiling in all of them. Don't be frowning in all of them. It's like they want some different versions of you to be able to,
I don't have
like,
very many of the back of my head, unfortunately.
Oh, right. Or profile.
There's one.
See, and that's why I chose that one. So I chose a couple from the thing. Like, and so even having profile shots and stuff. So, it's not gonna, this probably isn't going to be perfect.
Check
right?
out that sweet mustache on that one though.
Yeah. Oh,
damn.
man.
That's
Hipster.
That's
looking
hella good right there.
So we're just what I might do is have you go through some of these steps, Adam.
Disturbed, we will show the ones of Ryan because he ran those through Stable Diffusion, and so we'll want to show that. So
that's what we're going to be doing. That's what this is. This is running this through Stable Diffusion, but it's using Google's computer power. Basically, it's doing it through the
so do we want to just show yours and then see where we're gonna go?
So I don't want to show them yet.
Okay.
Because we're gonna have a 20-minute wait at some point.
All right, let's get into this. We got
Yes,
20
yes.
minutes to wait on this.
Exactly.
Oosh.
So I need up the instructions. Did you have?
I should have some instructions here. You got a lot of that craziness in there. Let's see here.
So this is kind of a step-by-step thing, and I want to make sure that I don't Okay, so this screen is the one up, right?
Yes, you're seeing that. And
Okay.
so don't show people some special things.
I was going to say, like, what is the difference between these two?
I don't know. You open one or the other. Probably the same
all right.
thing.
Okay. Well, anyway, so what you can do, and we'll put the video that I got this from through the chat. And if it doesn't work, trying stuff on stream for the first time, sometimes
we're gonna do it
does
live.
not work.
That's
We're doing
how
it
good-
live. We're doing it live. So basically what happens is you go to this website, and each one of these little play buttons like plays a section of code and does that within. Oh, I know what we did. This was logged into my account. That's what we wanted. So we want that one.
Good.
Okay, so basically what you're doing is you're running each one of these. And so this is check the GPU and VRAM available. And it's saying here's the different stuff that it's going to use. Run that anyway. And so you're like running certain sections of this, and that took all of 0 seconds.
This is in the cloud, right?
Everything this is running in browser.
Okay.
So then install requirements, right? So we're gonna run install requirements, and it's gonna do this. And some of them take slightly longer, but basically it's like you have to do it in this order, right? Because it's doing the first thing, and then it's going through and it's doing some of these second parts. And there is going to be a section where we're gonna upload Adam's face, and then it's going to then basically train it to say, when we add this keyword, think about Adam's face as opposed to just a regular guy, right?
This makes you look like a genius, dude, right here.
Oh man, look at this. Look, I'm going through doing all
this.
This.
This is like hacker style.
Oh shit.
This is original hackers
You don't see me, but I'm typing in all of this and getting this.
Man, you are so good.
No, none of that. Like
all basically. Get to the mainframe.
So that took 43 seconds. So that one's done. Okay.
Right.
So you need to accept the model license. So we're gonna log into Hugging Face. So if you've ever worked with Hugging Face before, that is also a really interesting. Maybe I'm gonna take this off.
Yeah, we're not gonna show that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cut to us over here for a second, and we're gonna put in a special token because we don't want you to see our special token here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna copy the token, and it's asking for this So all you would do is you would make a Hugging Face account. Oh, see, it knows. It knows not to do it.
All right, fair enough. Let's put it back on the. Well, does it show it anywhere? All right, now we're good. So we put in the token and we ran the thing.
There we go. Whatever. Okay, so your login was successful, and the token has been added. Okay, and then let's see. Do I need to run that once? Install parameters. Okay. So, basically all you're doing is going through and adding each one of these as you go. And I have absolutely no idea, not a computer scientist here, right? Like not a computer programmer. I'm not like writing code for any of this. I literally just followed a prompt.
So it's basically taking a computer in the cloud, and and we're gonna be putting some specifics in there. So at this point, we're getting some settings in there to be able to run some specifics about.
Yeah. And so I know one of the things that we needed to change was the output directory. It didn't like it when I kept the output directory called SKS. So we're gonna change that to like Atom output.
I like it.
Okay. And then the class name is Guy. So usually what you have to do is you have to be like, you're always going to put your name because we're going to change what that is, where it's looking for that. But then you're also going to put Guy because now it's going to like associate Guy and Adam. So if it was a girl, you would put girl, right? If it was a trash can, you would put trash can if that's what you wanted to do. So then we're going to run that. Okay, so connect to Google Drive. So we have to connect this to our Google Drive account, and it's going to be like, hey, we're going to give you everything. We're allowing this to do everything to it, which is a little nerve wracking, but whatever.
It's all right.
Sort of more my throwaway account at this point.
So now it's running, setting up the run. Okay, we're good. We're mounted.
Okay, we're mounted. And then now we're going to upload our images by running this cell. And we're going to say browse.
And they should be under Atom right there.
Atom. Okay. It's going to upload all the images.
Now it's learning my face right now. Mug right here.
It's not actually. It's just uploading the images. No, stop pointing at yourself. It's not learning anything.
I'm pretty sure it's learning something.
There's got to be something that it's learning right now. Well, it is. I mean, it's getting it ready for it to do. What? My brother Bobby is calling me. He has COVID, which is sad. Lots of people getting it nowadays. Let's see. So it's uploaded all of that, right? Because
we're there.
It's there. It's done. And then I know that we need to change. Okay. Yeah. So the instance prompt is a photo of SKS and then class name. And instead of this prompt. So
Valavis, yes, we'll have to change that. How do we change that? Tell us how we allow you to sub us.
No, well, we don't have enough followers to do. So you just follow
on Discord.
Oh, on Discord. I don't know. You set up the Discord.
I thought I opened it up. Maybe we need to check a.
Okay. Hold on. You can check that in just a second. I want to make sure. So we're just gonna call this. Okay. And then the class prompt, I think, is just like you're basically just removing photo of, because we don't want it to say that. We just want it to be Guy, right? And the class name was Guy.
Gotcha.
And so the instant prompt is Adam Pocious, and then the class prompt is Guy. So those are sort of the two things you need to name that. That's and good. Then we're going to run that.
So you watched a YouTube video on this. Now we're creating our own video on how to make this work.
The internet, it's great.
It's like very iterative.
Yes. So then I believe this is the one that takes a while. Yes. So this is the one. So on my computer, which should be the same as this computer. It doesn't matter with the computer, right? It took about 22 minutes to go through.
But is it doing something to my computer right now, or is it?
Nope.
Is it doing in the?
It's saving a model to my Google Drive section.
So it's leaving your storage. Okay.
So basically, like here's my drive.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
So these are the things like actually in my drive here, and you see like here's the guy, right?
Gotcha.
And the model that it's training.
Done.
No.
Oh, I saw a little bit up there.
There we go. See, okay, here it is. See, it's still downloading. So yeah. So this is going to take about 20. Should we look at what mine
We
did?
should look at you.
Okay.
Let's do this.
So I also did. So what I did is because I needed to do this for the show, there are new ones that you haven't seen before. So last
hell
night
yeah.
after we talked, right, I was like, well, I got to get this shit ready, and it wasn't working, and I was like, oh my god, it's not working, and so I was figuring it out and writing out this list of it, and then when I got it, it was like midnight, and I was like, god damn it, I got to go to bed. But if you close it down, you got to retrain it all, right?
Yeesh.
So
we're gonna look at the trainings first.
yeah, so we can look at the trainings. I only did 16 pictures, so this was the 16 pictures that I did.
You got a lot more like open mouths
Well,
and things.
I was just like, I was trying to get like side view, right?
Yeah.
Side bad, me looking weird, me looking serious, me looking,
Sure.
disheveled, me sort of,
You
so
always look to.
that's true. That's true.
Just kidding, dude.
But yeah, and what I should have done is like just gone around and take pictures of myself, like from above and from back and everything.
Yeah,
and
that
maybe
would've
if
been
we get into this, we could start doing things like that.
So where are your?
SD images.
Oh gosh, here we go. I feel like I'm not gonna reveal them all. We'll go through them one by one.
Yeah.
There we go. So, oops.
So what I always started out with was like, what is just me plus pencil drawing.
Young Ryan.
Yeah, right. Like, and I feel like it's pretty good, right? Like, I mean, it's not perfect, like it's a stylized thing of me.
Look at that
but sort of the
smolder.
hair. Oh yeah, right. I'm going for it.
You are.
This looks like a thing that I would have drawn for like drawing class of a self-portrait when I was in college.
Hell yeah. All right, let's this one. Oh jeez.
So that one, a little bit more exaggerated.
I love that it's sitting on like a table.
Right, like somebody
just
drew it because I put pencil drawing of me. So I feel like some of these exaggerating certain parts that it's like a
good.
caricature, right?
Ooh.
It's like that's
that
another
one. That one looks like you, man.
Yeah.
That one has a you-ish.
I feel like it's a little it's like lower. It's like a lower angle from it. Again, the signature at the bottom.
I'm trying to read it
good.
too. It's like Hunter
Head-
Hater.
Hater.
He's a hater.
This was a prompt that
Abe Lincoln.
it was like a priest. It was some kind of priest painting and that I like. So
It's like on a dollar bill. It has, but like with color.
yeah, that weird like pointillism almost, right?
Yeah.
That goes with that kind of stuff. And we'll talk about like where I got some of these prompts once we get you
Fair
up.
enough. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so this one, this is another like it was like priest with rainbow, aura or something like that I found when we go to Lexica Art. Like we'll see like where some of these came from. But again, like kind of close, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's hard to see. Like,
the
you know
beard
what?
is like bigger.
That's like future Ryan or something.
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
something
like
when
older.
When you go bald. Okay, this is big bearded Ryan.
Yeah.
I like the colors though. It looks good.
Well, because this was sort of in that same mode of like rainbow aura around, a priest or something like that.
Oh yeah, loving it.
Yeah, I like that one, and it's just like a floating head too.
Man, I love the colors. This one.
Same one. It's like I am like a I am like, this is like Marine Ryan.
Hell yeah. You're like, look at that.
I'm
jaw.
like chiseled jaw. This is
Holy
like the
crap.
person that plays Ryan in the movie. I feel like
that's Ryan's movie. This is like Metropolis Ryan with female.
Metropolis Ryan with like a feminine, you know, it's like beard gone, you know, all hair gone. The weird, like, I was like, did I put, so I wear these headphones, you know, at work all day, right? I'm listening to stuff or I'm on a Zoom. And so I was like, did I have photos like that there? But I didn't. Like, it just came up with that. Which I thought was
maybe
interesting.
It's spying on you. Okay, this has some Ryan vibes.
I feel like this one looks like cool, like video game or
it's like
or
Marine Ryan.
Yeah,
or
it's still
or,
it's
or
more
like, like a like future Terminator. You're fighting the things, and the resistance is not going well, but you're gonna about to step up and kill some robots.
I feel like I always have lines on my forehead, and that must be something that I just have when I'm doing, like, I don't know, like if I put my eyes up. Like, do I get like lines on my? Because it always adds lines to my forehead for some reason.
We're old, Ryan.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's true. This feels like wistful or young or something. It feels like the kid on As Dusk Falls that we played.
Oh, it does. I'm getting it right when you said at dusk. I got it. I got it.
Again, sort of maybe more marine. Anyway, like they're pretty.
Okay, I'm loving that.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't have your
vibe. It doesn't look like me. I feel like that one.
Do you always have like one of the eyes? Well, not this one. This is like severely drunk King Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. Like too hard living, right? As King.
Little
oh, see, they're like younger. You know,
that was before you got to the liquor.
Yeah, exactly. Drowning my sorrow.
This is like past Ryan.
Intense, you know, like this is if you were doing like a family tree, right? You'd be like, oh yeah, I just built up. Here's my whole. This is, you know, Ichabod Ryan or Ichabod Higley. Why
are those guys not working in the mines, making me my money? You look very evil in that one.
Yes,
yeah, that one's going.
This one was Lord of the Rings was the prompt. Me just plus Lord of the Rings.
You have very hairy feet in this one for sure.
100%. Yeah, I'm working the fields in that one. Same thing with this one.
I actually really like this one.
Me too.
It had I love just the contemplation in your look.
Mm-hmm. And I think I got this because I put in profiles, right? Like you don't get that. Space freaking marine. Thank you. Oh man, so good. Oh,
I love this little part. Like it feels familiar, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like that's.
And what's in the helmet of the guy? It's just like a brain inside of the suit.
Or a reflection on the front of it.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be like this. This looks like video game Ryan.
Yeah.
This looks
now these ones. This was a style. So this one was like from a very particular artist, right? So this whole section that you're gonna see, we don't have a million of these, but there's maybe like 30. Do you want to click it? Let's click back to, and see where we're at in it.
See, it's still doing some shit. Does it give us like a time frame? Is this the no?
Yeah. So okay. So see where it says steps, and it's like 124 of 900. So that 900, you can change that, and that's how many like. I don't know, iterations of it or something that it's going to do. They were saying the higher that you get up in that, the longer it takes. So I think the very first one that I did, I put 1,000 and then it took like maybe 5 minutes more. So you could bump that up.
We're going to keep it at 900.
Totally. Yeah. Like we already started.
Already on it.
That one's weird.
That's like alcoholic abusive, Ryan.
Yeah. Like sort of rednecky or something. I don't know exactly, but tough living. This one,
this is probably one of my favorites, and I don't like it has like features, not all of them that are you, but this one has some things that like I just love the art style.
Character, it feels like a character, right?
There
like,
you go, you hit it.
Yeah, so it's still same sort of beard, you know, but it's like more sunken eyes and sort of like the very direct lighting in it, like the sort of creepy like hair where it's like very slicked down,
A little wispy.
but it has that like curve in that I have, like I have that
So,
wave in my hair.
Let's talk about this. Yeah, serial killer, Ryan.
Seriously.
Give us some insights of what you put in to get these prompts as we step through it. I think that would be important to understand.
Well, so one, I don't remember what they were because what I was doing was. Well, do you want to go to Lexica? Do you want to do that? Because that's where I was getting them from.
Why is one of your eyes always?
I feel like it always does that. Like I feel like any of the portraits,
like
it sort of
bust
does.
up your eye?
Okay, so this one, I think I did like rainbow mohawk or something. Like there was some kind of, and has like a cool, bisexual, LGTB, vibe for Ryan. Like, yeah. I like it. It was sort of video game style too.
This one's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like that one. I wish you wouldn't cut the head off. Like I wish you could see the whole thing. I feel like that would make it a little more me. I like this one too. This was another
probably,
Lord of the Rings.
That's like Ryan Styles when he wanted to be called Styles. Ooh,
Yeah, nice.
a retro version.
Yep. I did some pixel art of Ryan, which I thought was pretty cool. Like sort of getting it. Again on the table.
Yeah, that's a key thing. This was
like
totally video game-ish.
Yeah. I think this might have been like Pixar or something.
I was gonna say that's 3D art, Ryan.
And it feels like I'm the villain in this one.
You super are the villain in there.
And this one, I feel like I'm the dopey dad in
Dopey
like
dad,
a Disney.
Ryan.
I think this was Disney.
How many of these did you do? You narcissist.
Because
Just kidding.
Tell me when we don't start getting Adams in here that you're not going to be like, okay, do this for Steve Adam. Yeah. And some of them, and this was not even, these are the ones that I saved. So this is not all of them because sometimes I feel like you'll get it and you're just like, it's okay,
Like
but it doesn't really look like
capture
me.
the
Yeah.
you. Yeah, totally. What is it? Belavis? Is it the spaghetti with a chance of meatballs?
Oh yeah.
Totally got that.
Yeah,
You're
totally.
absolutely
Cloudy
right.
with a chance of meatballs. Like I love that.
Oops, I clicked away from that. How many more? Oh, we were at
We're right at the
we were
end.
really at the end here. That one was like, again, the colors on this one are cool. I
Yeah.
like it. Still not.
Still,
as much
it
like
feels
you.
it feels like
Look at that part.
somebody plays Ryan in a movie. I liked that one.
Yeah, it's very artistic.
It was steampunk or something like that. Same with
So
this
one gives me the dusk one.
Yeah, again, also
so
very
very
as dusk
dusky.
falls.
Wow. Well, cool. Like those are good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get some of these. Is what you're telling me here? All right.
Oh, so we're at 41%. So 42. We still got a little bit. Like it doesn't say how long it's been going.
So we have a couple options. What we have is we'll get away from this for just a second. So tonight we are gonna play for probably about an hour. Is Rise of the Dragon. So if you watch some of the prior streams, we had a little bit of an incident. We lost one of our VODs.
Oh,
I have a little bit of heartache from that.
I know.
But, it's okay. If you were there, you saw the amazingness of what
Yeah,
happened.
exactly.
So thank you for watching that stream. But we're really trying not to do that. There were some switch ups on Twitch where the amount of time we have to upload our freaking VODs has been truncated.
Yep.
And so we kind of missed out on that.
And that was a remote show. Like it was a different. It wasn't.
It was amazing.
Thing.
You
It
know
was
how much-
cool.
how much
We did talk
time
about
I
stuff.
spent on that. So we're gonna get Rise of the Dragon really quick. I do want to give Ryan a shout out and thank you for Monkey Shoulder.
Yeah.
This is
the whiskey for
This
tonight.
is a nice little birthday gift that he
Yeah.
got me. Got a little 3 inset like metal monkeys on the glass.
Yeah.
Like I feel like thank you, Ryan. This is amazing. It's a blended malt scotch. That's what we've been drinking tonight.
Yeah.
To keep us fueled as we
Irish.
do this in Irish whiskey nonetheless.
Irish whiskey.
I feel like I shouldn't keep just drinking like it's nothing because I'm not going to be able to find that if I love it again. I do enjoy it, so you did a good job. So one of the things is let's talk a little bit about Rise of the Dragon because and what I'm going to do is I think I have a good moment where I'm going to bring up the manual. So I bought this.
Remember when games had manuals?
Hell's yeah, and here's the thing. So Rise of the Dragon, and let's make sure everyone can see what we're about to look at here.
Why don't you sign in to Adobe for that?
Thanks, Adobe. Oh man,
It's
it's like
well,
yeah,
guess what? Then fuck off.
Thank you, Adobe. Is it gonna really make me sign in? If it does, that's gonna be lame. All right.
It will, yeah.
It
I
will-
mean, it's
it-
gonna make you then just have it open in
Hope
Chrome.
That's a good thing. Can you open something in Chrome? I probably can. I'll just open that and then have Chrome take all our resources, and then we're gonna.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, well,
I think I can just drag it to Chrome, right? Boom. There we go. So Rise of the Dragon, 1990,
Blade Hunter mystery.
and I don't want to go too deep into this because I went into it really deep and learning about
Did
the
you?
history of it. Like
Huh.
it came out on January 1st, 1990, and they redid their system to make this come out. And so, as a kid, like I did not have a lot of dispendable income at that 1990. I
Sure.
was like 10 years old, and so that was one of those times where I would spend my money very specifically, and I got this game. And I looked at this manual for years because I thought it was so cool. And
What did this come out for?
computer.
Did you have like a specific? Do you remember
I had
what
like
it was?
an IBM 386, like,
Oh, okay.
and you had to install it on. It was the 3.5 floppy
Cool.
disk kind of things like
It's
that.
illegal to make unauthorized copies of this
Yeah,
software.
don't
they
do
were
that
already...
if you do that. And so, like, look at this guy, Jeff
Love
Tunnel.
that.
Yeah, and so you could read some of the history of the series, and then it shows you how to play it. Like, you got to right click to do this and look around. And so one of the things too, and I don't know if I can see it on the screen, I think it gives away hints, and I don't want to give those hints away. No, okay, it's not in this part. So they gave you a little like red glasses
Oh,
to
fun.
where you would look at it and it would tell you, like,
Yeah.
if you don't want to see what the hint is, you can
Cool.
read through the book. But this is what you can
But
do.
this copy doesn't like it. Just
No, they cut it out and they put it in a separate part
Oh,
of this.
okay,
So,
cool.
anyways, I would look through these screens. I thought it was the coolest thing. I wanted to be like a video game person and create these kind of games when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I think this sparked a lot of my love for some of the stuff that's
Did
there.
you beat this game?
Hell's yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
I think you can beat it in like a couple hours. I don't know if we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna beat it.
Did you see what he's saying? So what are you waiting for? You gonna turn the page or what?
That's great. So, anyways, I just want to show you. Like, I love this. This is what COG. I don't even remember what COG stands for. But it's a gaming air. Like you can buy these online, and it took me.
Oh no, GOG, right?
Oh yeah, sorry.
GOG, yeah. So that
GOG.
it's
Gaming.
good old games.
Good old games. So it took me a year to remember the name of this game. I was like, gosh, what is that? And I would
Yeah.
be searching all kinds of stuff on the internet to kind of
Nice.
figure out what the heck it was called. So look at this joystick.
Oh man, sweet.
Like I feel like there's a
Could we play this with a joystick?
we could. If I had one, but all right, I have it. I have something I feel like I want to show everyone because I've spent years holding on to this damn thing. It's called the Gravis gamepad, and if you know what this is, look at the connection for this thing.
Wow, love that, man.
And so look how
What is this for?
1990s is when I got this thing for a computer.
Oh, okay.
And then see this little this
That looks like
this thing.
shit.
No,
I
do you
bet
know
that-
what?
I bet
you
that played-
screwed
Oh,
in a
okay.
joystick, so you had a
Cool.
full joystick on top of it. Obviously,
It was like it was like a D-pad, and you could
Yes.
joystick it in.
But look at this. Like, what does this look like?
It looks like a Super Nintendo controller.
Yeah, so they're totally like doing it. And so, anyways, I played a lot of my games on this little.
Did that come
Gravis
out
gamepad.
before the Super Nintendo controller?
Do you know? To be honest, I wish I could tell you. And there's a switch here, which I don't know what the switch does or what it would have
On
done.
off? Is that like to turn it?
I don't know. It probably turns it in like turbo mode or something like that.
Cool.
But I just thought that was cool. Like I've held
Yeah.
on to
Oh,
this for
man, it
years.
looks
How would I
so
ever
long.
use this unless
Yeah.
I like had like
A converter from like whatever the hell that plug is in the back to USB.
yeah.
There probably is.
like these little areas that you could kind of hold your thumbs on to make it work. Anyways, I thought that was cool.
good.
It's something like
That's fun.
I've been holding on to a bunch of crap all my life, so
Yay,
you gotta bring it out.
Totally.
That's where we're at.
Why not?
All right,
86.
86% on there. This is obvious us killing a little bit of time as we go
Let's
along.
let's look at Lexica.
So how do we get to it? What are we
Just
looking at?
Lexica.art.
Oh yeah. Let's do that. I'm gonna let you drive.
Yep.
So
This is a thing that I found out just this last week. And what it is people who have created things in Stable Diffusion and what their prompt was. So we talked about this, with Jason about like how some of those prompts, like very, like you're trying to keep it, like maybe even, hold them back from public and everything. These are people who are just like, whatever, use whatever. And the nice thing about it is what you can do is you're like, oh man, I really want space opera. And then what you could do is you could be like, okay, which ones do I think is cool? Like I'm going to go through and be like, oh man, that one, super sweet. Right. And so here is what that person did to come up with what this was. And it came up with these different images.
And this is all Stable Diffusion again,
Stable Diffusion.
Ooh, I like that one. That one's cool.
Yeah. And so this is what it came up with when they put in this thing. So you can copy the prompt. You can also copy the seed. And it sort of gives you a little bit of like, here's the guidance scale and here's what the dimensions were. And what I really like about this is a lot of times I don't know what to put, right? Like I don't know like what makes something look interesting. And so then if I decide like, so, Adam was doing his like what blonde Viking.
Blonde Viking. But then I put cyberpunk. I'm a bland Viking.
It's a Freudian slip there.
Oh, whoosh. This guy here.
Yeah. Okay, so then like, what does that look like? Look at this wolf one.
Oh, it's very female.
Yeah, very female oriented. But well,
Yeah, that one.
this one. There's a lot of furry happening here.
Oh, look at that one! He's got a beard caught in something. The beards are not
a little undone. But see, like, so then let's say then we go in and we get Adam's, like he is in the prompt. All I did was now say full body photograph of real like steampunk, Viking Adam Pocious guy.
Ah.
Right. And then I just add in the me to it.
So let's find some right now. We got to get prepped, right?
Yeah. So we're almost ready. So what do we want an Adam photo like?
So maybe put, let's see here. Blonde Viking.
Because you don't even, okay. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't need to be blonde. Like it'll put your blondness
Cyberpunk Viking.
into,
Let's put Cyberpunk Viking. And cyberpunk one word. So I wonder if it weights it one way or another. All right.
See, I feel like these are pretty cool.
Hell yeah, they are. That one in the right there. That one's good.
This one?
I mean, that one's good, but let's look a little bit deeper here for just a sec.
It's a weird hat.
Cyberpunk, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like the tinfoil hat. Look at that one with the nose thing.
The nose. Helmet, mask warrior, goddess, robot, ninja fantasy.
There's probably a game out there that has that.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little bit more.
Here, I mean, I'll let you, like, we're picking out what you're gonna, you just sort of like, whichever one kind of.
This one here.
Okay.
That one. I want this one.
Okay. So let's look.
Boris
so you can
too.
copy, right? You can just copy it.
Okay.
And then, steps 100% done.
We're done, right?
21 minutes. Okay, so let's look at the instructions because I want to make sure we don't miss anything. Let's see. Okay.
We uploaded the images. We did all that. Run the training.
Run top cell and inference. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we need.
Run conversion. Does it say that?
I see it like.
Oh, it did some of those steps. That's
yeah.
if you wanted to download the script, right?
Yeah, I think that has something more to do with. So I remember because I didn't do this import torch and it kept being like, I don't know, like there's no autocast or something. And I was like, what?
I'm glad you spent the time to do a lot of this beforehand because...
Yeah, well, because I did it once and I did it off the long version. And then I was like, well, I'll just write out all the steps. And then I saw the same guy went, there's an easier way to do it. Because there was stuff where like you had to copy things from Google Drive back into this. And there was like they were like, take this piece of code and copy this in there, which you don't have to do any of now. So I remember this taking like 45 seconds or something.
Yeah, no, that's good. And then you get the prompt down there. So that's where we're going to...
So I think we should do the exact same thing. So we'll do...
Well, you paste that, right? Okay.
So we'll do Adam, Pocious, Guy, pencil drawing.
Oh, we're gonna start with there.
Because I just want to see if it works.
Got it.
So we did that. I don't think we can set a random seed for reproducibility. Let's just see if this works.
See if it fails. If it does, then we're playing Rise of the Dragon.
Yeah. No, I think it's going.
So where does this show the images?
So it doesn't build them like the other one. They're just gonna pop up.
You don't get to see the process, the fun.
Yeah, no, you don't get none of that.
Do you have to save them? Does it keep them in your Google?
Absolutely not. It doesn't do any of that. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, you're already connecting to Google? Just throw all these images into some kind of... That's what I thought the Atom output would be. But the Atom output is more for the model, I think, that you've created.
Got it. All right. Well, we're creating a folder, Atom AI.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
There we go. Oh, the small... Oh, he's a heavier Atom there.
Okay.
There should be 4, so you have to scroll up in
okay.
in the thing.
Let me see here.
Nice.
Damn,
nice.
look at
that.
that.
Was good.
All right.
That's like younger. That's like
it took me back to the past.
Yeah, man.
All right. This is fun. Wait, so should I save these?
Yes. Well, anything that you want to save, because it's gone forever. Once
we get this. All right, so we gotta just iterate through these. Sorry, you have to watch the save, but we're gonna save everything just in case we need to do some things. Or did I get that one? No, I didn't. All right.
I feel like they're pretty good though, right? Like even off the bat.
Yeah, they do. I just realized how ugly I look.
Oh, see, that's what I did. The exact same thing. Like that one that you were like, that one's so awesome of you. You're like, yeah, thanks. You know, like.
I don't want to save. I don't want to save that
so
one.
Good.
I'm gonna put that as.
This is gonna be like Adam.
Oh,
you know.
All right. So I'm gonna do another one, right? Can I? So do I have to put Guy in there?
Yes. So everything that you do, keep Adam, Pocious, and Guy together.
All right, we're doing the big one.
But then, and so again, just like Jason was saying earlier, it only takes 77. So at some point, it'll cut off if it's too much, and it'll tell you.
Oh,
it'll be like,
so should I just run it?
Yeah, you could just run it, and it'll say like, well, the prompt was too long, and here's where I amended it, or here's where I cut it off, and I can't remember if it tells you that before it starts doing it or after it's done.
I love that, like. You could do this. Like you could do this if you're watching this. This is the terrible pictures that I did of myself.
Totally. Well, and like, how fun would it be to like have the kids, right?
Hell yeah.
Or like, you know,
like you could do the characters that you do as you walk down the stairs. Oh my God, this is gonna be sick. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh man,
these are badass.
Oh dude. Oh man, that one's like.
Oh. Holy
man,
shit, that looks like me.
That
looks like me.
Weathered, you know? Jeez.
Oh my Lord. And so
pretty good.
All right.
Pretty
Hell
good.
yeah.
Pretty good.
Man. That is like I'm like, all right. New profile pictures.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
work.
Those profile pictures of the old ones, you're gonna be like, what is that garbage? I need this werewolf freaking Adam right there.
That looks so X-Man.
Yeah,
This one, like, man, I might actually put that on for the wedding. Look at that. It put my ear things in there.
Oh, yeah. It's done it in every single one, practically.
I did not even see that. I haven't even wore those for years. So
it must have been in some image.
I love that I have horns in this one.
Totally.
That's me in the future, in my cyberpunk future.
It looks good.
Oh, my Lord.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Let's pick,
Wait a second. Hold on. Before we do that, because this was too good for me, and I'm like, I've been chasing this prompt for a while.
You're just gonna run it again?
No, I got to see it. Like cyberpunk Viking, dystopian environment, intricate. Oh, dang.
Highly detailed, center, digital painting, artisan, concept art, smooth.
Game show host, Adam.
Oh, nice.
All right, fine.
So here's what you should do.
Okay.
Here's what you should do. If you want to do game show host, Adam, right? Go here. I don't know. We lost
the Lexia. Yeah, just go it up. Oh, it's because you're using Google. I gotcha.
And then go
game show host Adam. or go game show host.
Yeah.
to
So
figure
we're
out-
just so like then because like it'll end up looking like this,
Ooh.
stuff, right? And so then you go like, where's the coolest version
let's
of
go
these?
back up because these ones suck. So like do game show host.
Because it's like trying to pick like actual game show hosts, right?
I'm gonna do cyberpunk again. I love cyberpunk. I don't know what I'm into. I want to see. Oh well, it's gonna go too
It's
too
like
cyberpunky.
It's too cyberpunk.
Okay,
at
okay,
that
fine.
point.
We need some help here.
Yeah.
I see the chat. Thank you guys. You've been doing okay. Well, you know what? Let's screw it. Let's just do game show host Adam. Like whatever. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
And so terrible.
So it's Natalie Portman screaming on Jeopardy. Like, who the hell is writing these? I don't.
Holy shit, that's so good. All
So
right.
so try.
Oh wait, no. You know what? Screw this.
Just put it in.
Price is Right was my favorite show
Okay.
as a kid. Weirdly enough.
No, hey, that's a great one.
So let's find one that's like good Price is Right style.
Like maybe like it doesn't look like they're adding much. Like I don't know.
This one, it's already too stylized here.
Griffin, yeah.
Why does everyone let Natalie Portman in the game show host?
Yeah, because people are weird, dude.
Holy shit.
Try going back to stable, or Google, and just put Adam Pocious and
In the thing,
Price
right?
is Right. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Okay. So we're taking this all out, right?
Yeah.
All right, Adam Pocious guy. Price is Right. Should I put game show?
I don't know.
Let's try it. It's not like it's going to hurt anything, right?
No.
All right. And then what do I got to hit? Play?
Play.
All right. I see what you said. All right. I was like, I'm only want 4. Now I want a bazillion.
Yep.
We're never going to get the game tonight because I was going to
know,
be like
yeah.
an hour in. So that's all right. We're going to do this.
We'll just maybe do a taster of the game.
Killer game show host. It's going to be like a Saw one of me or something like that. I can see where this is really fun.
Yeah.
This is a good time.
Totally. I mean, like I said, did this at midnight and I was still like,
Well,
I need to go to bed,
Like,
but I keep.
training it. Holy shit. Okay, I no longer have long hair. I keep screwing up like getting
It's,
there.
yeah.
Okay. So, wait, I'm in the poo.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm still gonna save it. They're not as great as I would. Okay, so what other ones could we go for?
I feel like
What were some of the ones that you were doing? Because I think that's helpful.
like
This
I
is
did.
good.
I did stuff like I would just type into Lexica Lord of the Rings, right? And then I would look and be like, which ones look cool
'Cause-
and different? And then I would copy their prompt and then just take out anything that wasn't like me. So even ones that are like of girls, right?
Yeah.
You could be like, just take out the word girl and put Adam Posh's guy in it if you like the sort of style.
So
of it.
okay, if we're gonna do that, screw that. Like I'm gonna go to my Mid-Journey run through, and like I already had some of these like crazy things.
Yeah.
So this is the one I want to grab. I know exactly which one I want to grab.
Okay.
If it loads. Okay. Where was that? Maybe it's a little bit further down. Hold on a second. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting. Dinosaur Adam. That would be good.
See, so some of them, like I was finding,
Here's the one I want to.
if you do too much where it's not a portrait, then if it's like you're too far away or something, then you're like, well, that's just anyone.
I just
right?
want to go a little
Like,
crazy with this one. Just do something that I've been working on this prompt, and you could probably look at the thing to see it. 3D printed glasses on a blonde alien creature chilling in a space helicopter. Hells yeah.
So, yeah, like I wonder what it's gonna do with Alien, right?
don't know.
Like,
This is all experimental. Let's
Yeah.
see what we're gonna get here. I love it's quick here. It's like you're getting almost like free processing on.
totally. I mean, like.
If you could do
like
this,
Stable Diffusion is running on my computer and Kathy's computer,
Yeah.
for free all the time. Like, so.
oh god. Man,
Nice.
it got me so well.
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty
you
good,
could see.
right? With the 3D printer in the background of the.
Holy shit, that's so creepy. It's like looking
Yeah.
in an alternate dimension.
Yeah. This is some like how quickly or how freaking pissed off is Meow Wolf that this came out like in between. Imagine if this was just taking photos of you as you walked around and then bringing those up as you were doing stuff.
There's
Like
some sick glasses. No, I hear what you're saying, man. This is fun. Okay.
with the 3D printer in the back, and then with that weird one with just like you're like, hey, check out this head that I 3D printed.
It's my 3D printed glasses, man.
Yeah.
This one, man.
It's very weird. It's like a copy of you.
All right, so Evil Dead's my favorite show of all time.
Perfect.
Like-
yeah. Okay. Do that in.
I'm gonna go over here just so it's all in the same browser here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, see, that's what it's called, right? Okay.
Yep.
So I'll say Ash, Evil.
Right, I'm
Dead.
gonna use it.
I'm gonna do this. Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see here. Oh shoot, I saw the one that I want already. We're gonna go this one. Copy. Dream Booth. So if you know me, I got my Evil Dead going on. This one, Evil Dead Adam coming out. Yeah, they do belong in Meow Wolf there. And I love the fact that you did say they do have like some crazy meme content. But it's the problem. It's like some of it it's so much. Killer game show host. I might actually go back to that one. But it feels like I'd be like a serial killer here if I get that set up here. Oh, come on, baby. I'm hoping this one gets me good. And I might even do it a second run through if I don't get some good ones on this one. Oh, shoot. That doesn't look like me, but it definitely looks Evil Dead. Maybe I shouldn't put Ash in there. Those look pretty cool, though. All right, hold on. I'm going to save these. Because these are supposed to be me. So it didn't like, I don't feel like that got me as well. But it gave me some good Evil Dead vibes here, which I'm going to want to do. That one does have a little bit of it. And the final one, it's like, what is he holding in these? His arm is like a chainsaw gun thing. So take the word Ash out is what I'm learning on this one. So I'm going to go in here because maybe Evil Dead is not the right. Adam Posh's guy. Okay, Ash Williams. That's probably what threw it off. Take that out. And rerun. All right, let's see where we go. So let's see here. Cinematic close-up artwork from Evil Dead holding up his chainsaw. Digital art, 4K, and realistic. So the first one, Ryan, as you come back, is like I had two names in there. I had my name, and then it had Ash, and it was like way too much like
too much
Ash.
for it, yeah.
So what I've learned is don't use a similar name if you have a similar name in there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I took out his name, and I'm just going to see what it comes up with.
Yeah.
See if we get that.
Whoa. Man.
Oh!
All right.
I'm digging it. That one creepy.
It's weird.
I love it. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna even lie. Like I could just probably spend the next.
The teeth and the stuff with that is so weird.
That's me-ish.
Yeah. Also, like, does that not also look like a mix a little bit between you and Ash?
It
Like,
does.
I feel like that could be a Bruce Kill.
That one.
I don't even understand what is happening.
Looks like you're
there.
gonna brand somebody with something.
And like you're already like a crazy monster. Ooh.
Maybe it's because. Oh, maybe that's it. It's like a deadite. It's a deadite. All right. You know what? Because I feel like I could come up with some things, and I'm curious. Did you go into here and like try just your own stuff like here?
Yeah, a little bit.
So let me do this. Deadite. Evil Dead. Keep hitting enter as that like it's gonna run the prompt.
Like it's
there.
gonna do something.
Oh, when I put Evil Dead as one word, that's okay. I'm gonna try this one.
My
again.
brother texted me and is watching and was like, "Yeah, we got to do Adam like Harry Potter Adam,
Okay,
like, or
this
something."
This is the last Evil Dead one. I could grind on this a little bit more, but I want to see Harry Potter Adam. What other kind of styles? You did like Pixar.
Yeah, yeah.
What were the ones that were getting all that crazy color? I love those. I want to color one of myself.
Yeah, I was
was
trying.
it-
I think I just started to look up portraits.
Oh God. I feel like Evil Dead is too like Ash is too iconic.
Right, like it can't. It just like doesn't enough add your stuff to it.
So what I'm learning though, and this is cool. This is you can kind of take this. This has like a little bit of like a me Ash thing.
Yeah.
And it says, what is it? Beauty, duty, duty,
Guess.
duty. That one is creepy.
The weird.
All
like,
right. So
speck.
how did you get the Pixar one? Was there something you just went and looked up Pixar stuff?
I think I
That's
looked
what
up
you said.
Pixar portrait in Lexica. All of these were Lexica because I was just like, or a majority of them were Lexica.
Yeah, I'm not getting the results I'd want from Evil Dead. So we're gonna scrap that for now, and I'm gonna look at that a little bit different. But let me just try this. I'm just gonna put Pixar. Can I try that?
Yeah.
Just to see if like it brings up anything, because it does have the height and dimensions and width and the guidance scale.
Yeah. So you can change that and how many pictures
You
see.
can change that.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh well, but you know what? No, because your original pictures were 512 by 512. I feel like, and so that's what it needs. Maybe not.
So
I don't know.
Adam in the Matrix.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, that's like a cyber
Wizard Adam.
All right, I'm gonna just go shorter. Remember, we're trying to be very
Yeah, we'll see. We'll just like
specific about it.
oh, like double.
Who the hell is that guy? I
It's your
love
brother.
that. It is. What the heck? Oh my lord! It's like
man.
I'm with like Pixar.
It's like you were
characters.
at. It's like you were at Pixar and you're hanging
God,
out
that-
with the Pixar
It
character.
so freaks me out. It's like weird to see yourself.
Yeah.
It's super weird to see yourself with this. Oh my lord.
Pretty good. Pretty fun, right?
Yeah, I could see, but this it also okay. So I feel like we're vibing on just the novelty of where
Yeah.
we're at with this, but like, what are the implications of this
Right.
as you see this?
Like, could you imagine just this automatically scraping all of your publicly available photos, right? Putting it into this, and then, you know, it coming up with personalized advertisements or something
For
with like
yourself?
your that's
put-
like you,
putting you in the scene,
or you know, I mean, scamming you too, right? Like if it was your wife, and then your wife writing you or doing something or having
this is your out. This is your out for like that was
For
totally
images,
a
like-
deep fake of me
exactly
doing that with
yeah,
that person.
totally like
Totally not
now
me.
Pixar, it didn't happen. It's like that doesn't even matter.
Yeah, not anymore. All right, so I got a wizard, Lord of the Rings. Let's see what we can get with this guy.
Oh, that's good.
Wait, I gotta go up a little bit. Oh, it cut off my face.
Yeah, I know. I get that a lot. Where it
It's like
just doesn't even try.
You're too ugly for.
You're like, can't even handle
just
that.
if you're curious, I'm up to 34 on these. That someone looks like.
It looks weird. Like you're it's like a movie still of you or something. If you were
Yeah, like
again.
why does that one cut?
Why are you even saving these?
the ones that are I don't know, because I'm like a digital hoarder.
Yeah.
And like because you could vibe on that. Like
Oh,
I
see,
like
that was
the
good.
costume. This one
Yeah.
starting to become in my face. That's when I could become an evil wizard. Of
Yeah,
the
exactly. With
future.
like the fucked up eye, right?
Oh yeah. All right. We had the Matrix one.
Well, so I swear, like you get them
Okay.
better because
All right,
this
all right,
is
all right.
doing stable, because stable diffusion is not like Mid Journey. Like if you don't add in those artists and do that stuff, like it's just
Right.
not going to work. So do Matrix Portrait.
Uh-oh. We're getting some feedback.
Oh no,
It's getting overheated.
some slurry.
Don't worry about that. That's just the AI telling us that we need to. Oh God,
Okay.
portrait.
Okay, so again, I think I did Matrix Portrait or something.
Okay.
And again, it's like there's too much here's what Keanu Reeves looks like. Right. And so then it goes like, I can't get you enough in there. It just keeps being like, no, too much Keanu Reeves. Like it knows it needs to have black hair and it doesn't like get the style of it enough. But like even like click on like this. Oh, sorry. This very first guy.
Yeah.
So like try getting all of that.
Okay.
But then
let's make sure there's no like Keanu Reeves in there.
Yeah, but then like take out man.
Okay.
Well, Russ Mills is probably an artist, right?
Well, like by guy. Well,
It just has like all of those different artists.
Okay.
Like take out man.
Okay. They put Cyberpunk in there.
Yeah, Cyberpunk.
Let's do it. Let's run it.
Yeah, try it. And it might have had too many, but
it's like it cuts it down, right?
It automatically, just takes off stuff at the end. Oh yeah, see. So you
are
can
we
see,
using tokens or something from you?
No. So 77 tokens means that's what Jason was saying.
Yeah, he was
like,
saying
the 77 is like the bits of it, right? So it's saying here's what I took off of the end. Cinematic trending on ArtStation, 8K.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like not.
I mean, trending on ArtStation, I like.
ArtStation is a good one to have,
yeah.
and so
I
maybe
use
you
that a
like
lot.
you lead with ArtStation.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting to 10:30, so we're gonna have one more run
Yeah.
through, and we're gonna get into the. Oh, we got some good ones. We got some good ones.
That's good. Yeah, I like
Man,
that.
I look very sad in this one.
Yeah,
It's very arty.
and it's the short beard on that one.
Yeah, I didn't see a lot of that one.
It's
I
very
love like
cyberpunky.
that has the colors there. That
Mhm.
one's looking great. We're up to like 40 images essentially that we've done so
Yeah,
far.
so you done 10, right? You did 10 prompts. Yeah, see, good. I like that. It's weird.
That one looks super weird.
Like I could all see these as just like art that hanging on your wall of like a portrait of Adam.
All right, last one. I got to do one really good one. Should we use Lexia or?
Yeah. I feel like Lexica is the way to get cool ones.
All right. Well, I'm trying to
So
think.
now like think of like this more like this scenario. So do like some kind of something and then portrait. I feel like is the best.
Apparently my video card thing doesn't like green because it likes to jack that. Look at that when I scroll up on green.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. So what are we gonna do? Let's just do. Because there's like the Viking one was like literally the best one. I feel like that one was one of the better ones.
Yeah. All right.
Viking portrait. Let's just see what Viking portrait brings us. Because I look like a Viking maybe, and so it like really aligns.
Wait. We wanted that weird one, right? Remember that weird one that you liked of mine?
Oh yeah. Wait, weird one of
Like where the one that you were like, oh, I really like that one of you. Like I feel like if we could find that style, then you just plug that in.
When you say weird one, they were all weird.
Right?
Right?
Like the one that was like
Space Cowboy. We got some good ones. Space Cowboy or anime Adam. Let's do anime. I'm cool with that. My son's all into. Oh God, I'm gonna be like a hentai. We don't need a hentai Adam. Cyberpunk anime is what we need.
Cyberpunk 2 words?
I don't know. I've used it as one. Because the game uses it one. Ooh, robot one too. I like that one at the front there.
Okay, this one?
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Oh.
I'm not closing this browser window.
Ever.
Oh, you just took off my front part. Hold on. Let me do this. Because you gotta not. All right, it's already Control Z'd.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna have to take off the. There you go. All right, last one. Hopefully this goes.
Okay.
Oh, it's a girl. Take girl off.
Yeah, and
I mean, you can make me a girl. Whatever. There's a couple girls. Manga.
Yep.
Robotic. Full schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Somebody was going for something with this one. See, it says girl there and schoolgirl there. We don't want that. Schoolboy. You can play schoolboy. No, don't do that.
Where was the
Chibi.
other?
It has cute in there. We probably don't want cute. Here,
No,
let me grab
no
it.
cute.
Yeah, we don't want it cute. We want
Oh
it.
yeah, no girl.
We want it to.
I don't know what the exclamation points if that like does anything.
What's a chibi?
Chibi is like bigger head and bigger eyes.
All right, fine. We'll do it. All right, we're gonna run with this one.
Okay.
I should have probably put like anime robot Viking. Oh, that would have been sick. All right, whatever. We're gonna. Go
I was gonna stay until like 3 a.m. He's gonna take off work tomorrow.
like,
I'm sick.
Brian's getting these bloop bloop. Your Google Drive has used too much.
You're like, I fell down a rabbit hole of making versions of me that fit into
You're
all
like,
of these.
you told me I was the narcissist.
You're like-
Look at this punk. Oh man, this is like.
Oh man, it didn't do any.
I
of
don't
you.
feel like it did any of me. It looks too
No.
anime. You know what? I'm not gonna even save any of those because I don't feel like it was close enough.
No.
But here's. I said it was the last one, but let me do this because Viking was. We're gonna redo it. I'm gonna go with the Viking because that's where it was going. So I'm gonna do Viking Cyberpunk. And I was getting good vibes with that because it put my face into it. And if you put a couple words, let me just scroll down, get something kind of crazy, but you got to get the face in there.
Yeah, maybe this one.
It cuts off the head, so that's what I was wondering.
But if you click into one, you'll see that it generated like 10. You know, where some of them don't have the head come off, some of them do. Like,
I'm actually trying to get ideas for my wedding costume with this as
Oh.
well. So that's why part of the reason that I'm doing it. Like I like this one too, so I'm gonna click on this one. Let's see here. Oh yeah. All right, this one, or like an old Viking. I don't know. It's not there. This is where you could get too much into it. I can drop down the thing.
wait, go down. What is that one?
Old man. Look like I'm a warrior.
Oh,
or
it's like
something.
ship, dragon ship
Wait, this-
raid or something.
This one has like a style.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
this one. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, we're going for it. All right, let's hope this one gives us better results. All right, because I like Vikings, we're gonna start with
Gothic.
Vikings. We're gonna end with Vikings, and we're gonna see where we go. What we're gonna get out
so
of this.
so again, I feel like it's they're not always. It doesn't always work out. It doesn't always do it perfectly. You really have to sort of try to figure out what those prompts are. But just like any of the other AI stuff that we've done.
I should have saved that first one because that was badass. I love that one.
Oh, like save like what it was.
What the prompt was, so I could have
yeah.
iterated on it. But that's right. I mean, I can probably just go to Vikings and get that there. I saw some boobies.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
All right. Oh man.
Very hairy.
Jeez, yeah, very hairy. Like, but weirdly hairy in certain spots.
All right, these do have vibes of Adam though.
That's true.
I'm actually vibing on this. I'm okay. That one.
Okay.
Look at that. Man, that does have me
That
vibes.
hat is weird. That hat is very weird. It almost looks like a park ranger hat.
Thanks, Disturb, for chilling out on the stream tonight.
Yeah,
We
totally.
made this almost all anime, and I'm like, okay, that one looks like me too.
If you were like ripped, like you would need to be. Well, I guess if you're hey, that one's pretty good.
It's good, except for like the weird muscular.
Yeah, okay,
shirt,
yeah.
but
It
there-
doesn't. It
but-
didn't know exactly what it was doing there, but
All right, you know what? We're giving it a good 30 minutes on Rise of the Dragon. We
Yeah.
promised this. We've talked it up. We can't not give it Rise of the Dragon thing. So AI is the shit. We had some fun stuff that we did.
it was fun.
So what we got to do though is we're gonna get to. Let's see if I can get this on the screen. This is gonna be.
We played through the first part of this on the stream though. Oh my god, it's so loud.
It's gonna be really loud, and we're gonna hate it if it's that loud. Can you adjust options? Sound. All right. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to exit out of this because otherwise, if we don't, we're gonna have really blasted out sound here. So let me do this. Take that down a little bit.
Okay.
And we're gonna restart it. Rise of the Dragon.
Do we have a save?
That's a good question. Do we? I don't know if we do.
Because remember, we started this a little bit because we were like, oh, let's just look at it. And then we ended up playing through sort of like the first little.
Look how much crap I have up on here.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This should get us there. Rise of the Dragon. Even if it's loud, you're going to have to just take these off. Enjoy it.
Enjoy the loudness.
Enjoy this, as Viking Adam says. That got a little loud.
Ding. It's very tinny. That's how.
Okay, we're gonna skip the introduction, but did we record our things last time? I think we did. So as long as we have that introduction, and I could always redo it.
Yeah. So see,
I don't think I saved it.
What?
I don't think I did.
No, we did.
Options, files. Would it be under files? Restore. Apartment 1. Restore. Let's see where we're at. Let's see if we have clothes on. We have clothes? Oh, we have an ID card.
I mean, that had to have been.
I don't think we saved it, man.
Really?
All right, we're going to go in here. We're in our apartment. Let's insert our ID card. Can we do that? Where do we insert our card? Ooh, there's a picture.
Roby the robot there. Robbie the robot. Off to the right of your
What the hell does this picture do? Can I put that in my bucket?
inventory.
All right, let's look at it. What do we got here?
Oh, gee, that looks
This does not look good.
something.
You can't like look at it. Oh, right clicking does something. Oh,
Picture of the mayor's daughter.
okay. So if you remember last time, oh yeah, we did do this.
Okay.
We're in. We
So
got
maybe
our
we
clothes
did.
on. We saved
Yeah.
everything. So the mayor's daughter was like, she's taking some drugs. That's what it was. She was drugged up. And so we're trying to find our way to like solving the mystery. And he called us on the phone. That's what it was.
And we're like a hard-boiled detective, basically.
Yeah, and we probably did you say this looks like Robbie the robot?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm totally seeing that totally thing. I love the rotary dial phone. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
All right,
All
let's see here.
futuristic, but rotary phone. And the keyboard looks like a typewriter.
All right, we're done. We're out. We're exiting out of this. So getting on with the cyberpunk future. We're
Yeah.
hanging out in our little mini apartment. If we were like,
very long.
all right, we gotta dip out of this. Oh wait, I gotta go to the bathroom. Hold on a second.
Ew. It's like,
Oh, look at this. I got some.
hey, oh, take that.
Put that in my inventory. We need this. What's this?
Whatever that is, take that.
It's like a mace.
Yeah, no, it's like med spray.
Are you sure? Look at this.
Lipstick.
How do we look at it? Right click it. I should have read the directions. Napent.
Personal protection device.
Yeah, it's like idea of providing a
Ooh.
safe and humane way of disabling an assailant. All right, fair enough.
Oh, did you see what it did though? It does extreme euphoria, which renders the target capable of any hostile actions. So it makes them like happy that you're. It makes them happy and not able to hurt you. That's pretty great. That's good, like writing. Old familiar friend.
All right, let's check my card out. We definitely keep the card. I like the card. All right, we're out. I think we got our stuff. We're gonna dip.
I'm glad we grabbed that. That feels like important things that you need.
Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. There's nothing under the pillow. Just making sure. Hey, let's turn off. Oh shit. We don't want that on.
That water does not look great.
It's the future. You know, water's not that great. Oh, we can look at this.
Oh, that's still the sink.
Just want to make sure I'm not like
Yeah.
missing something here. Taekwondo.
Can you open that cabinet over the top?
Uh-oh. Can we? Ooh, it's locked. Need a key. Oh, you know what? Wait, glass jar containing 2-year-old peanut brittle.
Crumbs.
Very, very
Specific.
specific.
You're building a world here, Adam. He likes
Seven-
peanut butter,
7:31.
but not enough to finish
So
it
we're
off.
in July. It's a hot July 31st. Out in the...
Just like Detroit or something.
We're gonna go up or down? We're going down.
Yeah.
We're headed
We're
out.
out of here. We want to get in the streets. I think we did go up at one point, didn't we?
We did. We went to the roof. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Remember
We're in
she
Compton.
said- yeah.
We're in
okay.
Cali.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Let's go over here. Oh, shoot. All right. Where do we want to go? Oh, wait. So Karen's our girlfriend, right? So we want to go. We want to go to the Pleasure Dome, or we want to talk to our girlfriend Karen.
Hmm.
I think we need to go to Karen's.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean, as much as I want to, instantly go to the Pleasure Dome.
yeah. Oh wait,
We should go talk to Karen first.
I think she was kind of pissed off at us. Whoa, shit! What's her apartment number? I was so drunk on her.
We'll just knock on every single one.
Karen. Oh,
Okay.
she's at work. She's at work. All right, fine. Can we
Exit down.
Can we sneak into her apartment? So one of the things about the Pleasure Dome is I get my gun taken away. Oh, punk! That guy's a punk. All right, let's see where else we can go. Let's go to City Hall.
Santa Monica.
I saw City Hall up here.
Okay.
All right, let's talk to this little dude. Doom. We're all doomed.
It's a good drawing.
You have a screw loose or what, buddy?
Is his name? So our names is Blade.
Yeah, Bum. Blade is our guy.
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? So he's like giving us some story points here. 5,000 years ago, he waited. Oh man, this guy knows the story. We're drinking too much of that rock gut. I feel like this guy. All right, he's all right. You
What
know,
is she? Is this like an amazing little garden bed right by here? Oh,
it's a place of business. You know, she's trying to sell us some finest, like organically grown flowers.
I
Oh
guess.
shoot, we need to get Karen some flowers. Hey Bliss, what's up? My
cool,
cat,
man.
I kind of messed up with my girlfriend.
yeah.
How can I trade you? I need some flowers in my life.
We spray you in the face with this happy juice and just give me all your flowers.
Oh, look at he's already saying that. He's already Dutch.
Oh yeah. In Dutch? Is that a word? Is that a thing people say?
I don't know. It's maybe a 1990s thing.
Quite orange.
A bouquet of roses and a kind apology to your lady friend.
Shut up, Bliss.
Don't tell me what to do. Oh, we get decisions. This is nice. What do we do? Let's get her some flowers, right?
Do we have money? I don't have
I don't know.
any
Let's give it a
idea,
try.
like, all right.
It's going to reforge the spiritual bond with your loved one.
Great.
I'm feeling in a very lovely mood today, so
Yeah.
we're good. Now, if you give me your card so I can charge your account.
Oh, so he doesn't have any.
$200? What? All right, fine. I'm going to do it. I'm good. Charge it. Thank you. Hell yeah.
In this life cycle.
She's very
like that.
spiritual. So let's put this back in my thing. I put it on credit. We're good.
It's fine.
We're nice. We're out. See, this is in the future where AI has already existed. Oh man, we're at City Hall for real. Wait, what are all these people doing? All going to court.
Something.
Look at the graphics on this. Come
Right.
on,
It looks cool.
1990. Like this has a good stylization.
Totally.
So I think Karen's here. I think she works here. Let's talk to this lady. Hey Jenny, how you doing? Want to play house? What?
I feel like Jenny also sort of maybe looks like she used to be a man.
That's okay. We're accepting.
Hey,
all.
no, I am just saying.
She's wanting to like straight up hook up. There is no way I'm flirting with her. Not now, Jenny.
Not now, Jenny. I want to see the mayor.
What play house? What the fish is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if we can get Karen.
Yeah.
What are you wasting your time with that little bimbo? What do you think you're
Man,
doing? Jeez, she's
dang.
coming on strong.
Yeah.
You need a real woman, Blade.
Yeah. Jenny, get over it.
Can take you places you never dreamed possible. Damn, she's not even like holding any bars back. I'm flattered, Jenny, but I'm only a one girl kind of guy. So this is like, I think all these decisions make a lot of sense. So it sounds intriguing, but I need to cock Karen, kind of like keeps her on the hook. Whereas the other one's like, I'm flattered, but hey, I'm only one guy. I'm spoken for.
Okay, what do you think?
Oh, I feel like we've been playing it really like Karen. We spent $200 on her.
Okay, number one then.
Yeah, we gotta get it. The
That's
good
right.
ones are always taken. That's what happens. I'm a good guy, you know what I'm saying? Hey, where's Karen? I thought you were gonna let me go in. Okay, where was she? In records. We gotta go to our records office. She has some green eyes over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this
Neat.
has gotta be Karen. That totally looks like a Karen.
Yeah.
That looks like an Andrew. And this looks like a
I don't know.
That's a Zuckerberg.
Zuck right there.
That's totally a Zuckerberg.
Oh,
Oh,
holy
shit.
Yikes. She is looking like a Karen right now.
Maybe I should have said yes. Watching Rambo 12 in my brand new evening dress. Oh, snap.
Man.
Sorry,
She has a Karen
babe.
haircut.
Out drunk in one of those god-awful pleasure domes again.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, we stood her up. You know, what can we say? We were out doing some stuff. I better have a choice. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad we got flowers before we got here.
Oh, yeah.
If I want to keep my relationship with Karen. Oh, man.
Right. Do we want to just like throw ourselves on 3? I feel like is throwing ourselves, on her mercy, or 2 is like, slightly less.
Yeah, because if you use the word sweetheart, you're like going too deep in.
Okay. Try 2.
And I feel like old school 1990s Adam would have been like, oh my God, I'm going to call her sweetheart because that's going to help it. But,
yeah.
I don't know the nuances of talking.
Sure.
Let's go with that one.
Yeah.
All right, so we got this. So what do? Oh, shit. Oh, it's down here. Okay, here you go, babe. Oh. Yeah,
well,
she got a little smile. We got ourselves out of the hole a little bit.
Totally.
7:30.
For dinner.
All right. There is a clock up there. Oh. Let's grab some Astro Burgers, a 6-pack, and heading back to your place to watch some Cyberball. Okay, definitely not doing that. I love how everything's very cybery and sat-linky and futury, but it's like kind of like where it be some other time. Can't think of any other way I'd rather.
I feel like that. The only bad thing, sure, yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like something is going to happen and it's going to make us like not do that. But I feel like you can't call her Cupcake. You can't do any of those 3. Like you basically have to do 3, right?
Well, and what I'm trying to think is, okay, so sometimes you put yourself in from your perspective, but what if we need to kind of twist it and we need to put it from like his perspective is he does need to work on the case,
right?
And I don't really care. Like maybe that's what he talks to her about, right?
Sure. Okay.
Oh man, it's 2 or 3. I need some help from the chat if anyone's watching here. What would you think? What would you do? What would you?
I mean, like, I would probably choose 3, but just because
right,
in real life.
All right, 7:30. So what is 7:30? That's like in 2 hours. Oh, here are the keys you left me, Blade. Sweet.
Oh, now we can go back to her house.
No. These are the ones I left. She left. Come back later if you need me to check anything else. Okay, she's on the hook.
Because it's only 3:30.
Okay, it's 3:30. See you later. All right, babe. Are we picking her up here or at her house? I think it was at her house. I think she said at her house. So those keys, she said these are the keys you left me. I feel like this is gonna be
the cabinet in our apartment.
Good call. Look at
that was the only thing.
Right.
Now we go back to the secretary and we invite her to a date at 9:30.
Oh, you got it. Playing the field there.
Exactly.
All right. Those $200 well spent, Bliss.
Yep. I'm back out of the doghouse.
Oh snap! That guy's like a little bit.
Jeez. Well, that's a cop, right?
What are the
cop
time?
With like a purse?
We got to keep our eye on the time jumps because I think every time you travel, so it's 15:47. What was 7:30? I better get in my apartment. Oh shoot. Okay, we got to put the card in. Do that. Oh snap! I could have given the picture to Karen. Uh-oh. Exposition. This looks interesting.
What kind of outfit is that?
He's like, kind of cowboyish.
I guess. Okay.
Ready in 3 days. Those little bouncing things there, I kind of feel like they're going to go up to the red.
Yeah.
Reactor coolant systems. Oh my goodness, those are going in the red. There's no way they animated that. Push them harder. He's mad. Look at his red eyes.
Jeez, that's cool.
Face the
Bahamut.
wrath. So that was the dude that guy was talking about.
Yeah.
I'll see what can be done. That guy's just a straight up henchman of the guy. All right, so it was 15. Oh shoot, time is going by. All right, we gotta get in. Wait, hold on.
It's only 4.
Can I get my card?
Like, what was that random cutscene when we went in the door? Or is it at the time?
I think it was just like a timed cutscene. All right, let's see here. 1606. Let's get this done quick. There's got to be something in this cupboard. Feeling like hell yeah. Better be something good.
Fisto.
Does that say Fisto? Karen knew. Karen wanted some Fisto. Oh, what's this? Looks like a
Detonator?
something here. Oh
This
my
is
goodness.
It's all the C4 that we had in our cabinet.
Holy shit. I have like a bunch of gear. I'm taking it.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely got
Should
it.
I- wait, did I
now
have,
I
like,
want to
an-
see what it is.
Yeah, let's see here. I feel like we made some progress here. What is this? A small device explosive.
Yeah, see? Exactly. Just a bomb base placed a single bomb could do a great deal of damage. Okay, we got like 5 of
I think
those.
we need to get into Karen's.
and this is the detonator, right?
We're gonna get into Karen's apartment with this. Wire tester. Red positive. Oh my god, this just brought me back to memories of childhood.
Okay, you gotta look at Fisto.
Oh god.
Wow.
We gotta we're gonna save that for sure. Hey baby, I got some Fisto. You ready to go back to my place with some Fisto? Okay, 1625. So
Maybe save it?
that might be a good idea. How do you save this game? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Files, save.
Fisto.
We gotta go with Fisto. All right. I'm down.
What was change directory? It must be like where your save is stored.
It must have
Try to
been
get
like
farther
old
away.
school ways of doing this. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going back down. All right, look at the time. It's flying by here.
4:30. It's fine.
But see, we had that picture.
We want her to look at that too.
Well, she's like, come back later, and she's
if you have
working
anything to show me.
in the mayor's office.
Like,
I
let's
feel
just stop off at the pleasure dome real quick before we go. Oh, we did that last time, right? And that's what we were trying to get into.
but we never got there, and I think we have
Yeah.
to think. Okay, 1643. Let's just have her check out the picture.
Okay.
I feel like that's a good option. We're not gonna even talk to that lady.
Can we go to police?
No. Well, yeah. What's up? Come on, baby. Oh shit. I need to see Karen Summers. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Bureau of Records. Yeah. Oh, look at they had the inn. I could have went and talked to her and flirted with her in that last one. She's like,
Yeah. See, she's always available. She's available.
She's ready to drop of the hat. Maybe in round 2 when I play the game, I'm gonna
right.
be.
When I play the my
Oh, she's so happy.
yeah, she's
I'm glad.
great now.
I'm glad this. I thought you might be able to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. See you tonight, dear. All right, I felt
Yeah,
like we
it
had
didn't-
something. Hold on, let me just see if I can give this to her.
No.
Oh man, I felt like that was the thing, like your Bureau of Records. All right, let's go talk to the mayor.
Yep.
We're gonna dip. We're here we're in City Hall, so that's his daughter. He's gonna be distraught 'cause she's dead. Ah, not now. Get off my stuff.
Mayor. Okay.
His daughter's.
Police headquarters?
No, fine. We're gonna go to police quarters. Why not? Oh, hey, buddy. Oh shoot, we don't have a pass.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So we know we need a pass. Mayor's busy. We got to go to the Pleasure Dome. There's the only
I feel
thing.
like that's the only place left, right?
So we have enough time to go to the Pleasure Dome. But here's what I know. Okay, see, the time is just going by. So what? It's 5 o'clock almost, or 6 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Is it? No, it's. How does time work?
12. Subtract 12 from whatever that is.
See, you're smart. That's why I have you on the
4:57.
stream. I remember that because that's like the start time, 16:30, when I used to go to school. When I used to work back in the day at night shift.
Oh, okay.
All right, here's my plan. 1701. We haven't used the gun yet. I feel like I want to drop the gun off at the house.
That's right, because we did that.
Do we even
right?
have the gun?
We don't even have a gun.
Wait, hold on. What's this? Oh shit, that makes the time go by faster.
What?
This is like time skip.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Where's the gun?
Did we leave it back in the thing? Because
It
we
was
thought
under.
this was
It was
the
under.
save,
It was
right?
under the pillow.
Okay.
All right,
Did
fine.
they steal it?
How do you get him? Hold on a second. Let me right click on it. Okay.
See, we have a gun.
How do I? Okay, there we go.
And then you want to put it back into the apartment?
I'm just gonna drop it off to the apartment.
Yeah. I think that makes sense.
because last time we went to the Pleasure Dome, they were like, I can grab that on the way out. They were like, no weapons in here, buddy.
Yeah, that makes, yeah.
All right, let's see if I can put this on a pillow. Nice.
Cover it back up.
Yeah, we don't need nobody get my guns.
Ooh,
Oh.
wait, what?
I don't know how I got there. That my unfinished apartment here.
Is that the bad? That's,
I'm just living in a
yeah,
living in the
like,
slums there.
jeez.
I like how that elevator opens at the bottom as well.
Yeah.
It's
It's like an
great.
old timey elevator, right? But
We're doing good on time. We'll just keep on our time. This is stressful that you have to keep like
Yeah.
your time on check.
it's neat.
And I like that you can skip it a little bit. All right. Let's get in some Pleasure Dome.
What time are we supposed to be there?
7:30.
It's 6.
Should we go here?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's how quick this time go by is great. Hold on a second.
Well,
We'll-
going from the Pleasure Dome from our house took like at least half an hour.
Shit. All right, we're gonna roll the dice.
It's like, does the lady who works in the little booth not have clothes on either? I guess she wouldn't.
Oh man. Oh wait, there's somebody. Oh, we got somebody. Hey, what's up, lady?
Well, she's like a knight.
Wait, what? My name is William Hunter. Oh, that's me.
Darcel.
I bet 50 F you, bluffing your ass off. Love the future names.
Yeah. His name's Fubar.
Yeah, I'm ignoring him, Darcel. What's up? I just want to learn a little bit about this this thing. I'm looking for a man named Jake. Have you seen this girl named? Have you? Okay. Yeah. What do we do
I
here?
don't know.
Were you gonna be up
I
front?
don't know about our.
We're
is
going in.
Chandra. Is Chandra the name of the girl?
Yeah,
The
that's
mayor's daughter.
Chandra.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna talk to Chandra. I'm seeing that person, William. Oh man, we didn't. Oh, try the bar. Okay, fair enough. How do I get to the bar? To relieving these gentlemen of their excess credits. Okay, we got a little bit of a.
Credits.
All right, where's the bar? Oh, there's the bar over there. Okay, it's 1805. Man, I feel like we're really. Oh shoot, this guy looks crazy. Okay, what's this guy?
Goddamn hippies.
Looks
Just like Adam.
Shut up. It does.
This is gonna been a stable diffusion, Adam.
Sorry, dude. Casey Jones. That's
Nice.
isn't that a ripoff of Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
You kind of look funny. You look kind of funny. Good guy. Oh my god, I'm looking for some information. He's gonna want some money. This dude's totally tripped. The Jake.
Yeah. The Chandra, right?
Yeah, we're on a mission just to trying to find her. With the Jake.
Yeah. where's
He's
he
the
at?
drug dealer. So hardcore.
Oh yeah. Those tiny glasses. Give it away.
We're real tight. That's him. That's
Mhm.
so 100% him. Oh shit, I missed that one. So you'll run into him later. Okay, Casey Jones.
Okay.
Thanks for the info. Yeah, I got my eye on you, buddy. Why is he like all stupid? No problemo. See you around. I
He's
mean,
nervous.
Blade. What's this guy over here? Feel like. Oh shoot. What you want?
Kiss up?
What's up, kids up? This is like 1990s, man.
Yeah.
Slosh brain.
Slosh brain.
I'm gonna use that one, slosh brain. I'm looking for the Jake. You might have uptown to this scrub boy.
Yeah, I feel like he's talking jive.
Yeah, look, you little pisshead. Friend is in some trouble, isn't it, buddy? I'm just looking for some information. All right, what do you think? A friend of his in trouble?
Yeah, okay.
That seems like pretty. Yeah, he's got a lot of friends. Yeah, let's talk to her. Oh, she's dead, girl. He doesn't even know yet.
Yeah.
We're about to drop a bomb on him.
Second one, it's like -1.
Oh fuck,
Making light of
that's
it.
terrible.
Yeah, it's like it's even a bad joke of making light of it.
Should I go? Because like you don't know her, but then you can kind of throw that out. I'm thinking I'm gonna say she dead.
Yeah,
Get out of my sight. Oh. He doesn't believe it.
he doesn't even.
All right, fine. We gotta show you this. Gotta show you something, man. Sorry.
Man, good one.
In my office. Oh shit. We're gonna miss our date. We're gonna miss our date, man. He's looking very
So
concerned.
that is the Jake.
Yeah. William Jakeston.
Willard.
Oh, I can't read tonight. What happened to her? Okay, so he's basically getting to the point of figuring out.
Because the Jake is the boyfriend, right?
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I told her. He's so mad. That's why she didn't answer my calls.
Who's Chen?
Yeah, that makes sense. Nobody heard of him. He's taking it pretty well. You think I would want you covering this guy's ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Was a big girl.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. You gonna wait for another one of those to your friends? Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Because we're basically, I got no more friends. Oh, poor guy.
Name and address. I want their name and I want their address right now.
Ah, we got it.
That's right.
Hells yeah. His name is Chen. He's a pump for some big timers. So he's like he's a drug dealer, right?
Yeah.
And we got a thing. All right, that's all I need to know. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, I got a date in like an hour and 15 minutes. So
All right, I feel like that's a good way to end if we can get to our date on time. So the
if
question
we can get our date on time, I feel like that's a perfect place to end it.
are we do you think we're gonna be able to dip to her place? Like we're going straight to her place, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Cause it's at 7:30. Who's working at the freaking thing at 7:30?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, she's like
Like her clothes, it's like she has to hold up a shirt like this all the time. Like just be naked or put the shirt on.
yep. Not a good
And
look.
remember, different times had different things hanging. Like there was nobody there during the day, but then at night there was people.
Oh shit! It's 8:22.
No, it's 6:20. I feel like, can you not subtract 12 from things?
Dude, my brain is gone. So what we're gonna do
Alright,
is we're gonna
alright.
go to Karen's, and then we're gonna just speed up time, right?
Because it's
All right. So I think you can do this. You go here. Oh, look it. Yeah.
oh nice, man. He looks like a freaking pimp. That looks awesome.
Yeah, he's like the bolo tie.
Yeah, I love that.
He was impressed he was on time.
Toast to us. This is the end of the game.
He did it.
Karen's dead.
No way.
She's dying.
She's like our
she's-
oh. Yeah.
Great,
Yeah,
hey.
you shouldn't have thought that, man. You got her.
Wonderful.
He would have to order liver and onion special. Oh,
Oh, man.
man. Hell no.
Nice. I feel like that's
He
dirty.
did it.
Gotta get in her. You know how it is. The case, baby. The case.
Don't worry about that. Oh, she loves
Aw,
me. Man,
that's
she's
nice.
oh,
He's not ready. Yeah,
he's
me
very chiseled.
too.
He's good. We kept our relationship rolling. Oh, we're back home.
Perfect.
This out of all of the things we could have done, I think that was like the perfect thing. We didn't even have to use our fisto on her.
Nice.
She was okay without the fisto tonight.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to put my
Put the
gun
back
in
on
me.
you.
We already
Yeah,
got our
yeah,
thing. We gotta
totally.
go bust up some chin. Let's just make sure. Just make sure.
We
Before
didn't
we
get
call
an
this.
email.
Yeah, we got some.
Is that a
some-
thing in this?
I don't know.
Like, what does this computer do exactly?
I don't know. It's like, where do you put your
No,
card?
I think. Is it
No,
there?
it's like
Is it-
that's your disk drive, dude. Oh shit, you're right. Uh-oh, Karen Summers. Oh, we already played all these messages. We're
Oh,
good.
Okay.
We're good. How do you? Oh, you go with this thing. Let's go to next. Nope, there's no more. All right, we're done.
We're done.
Well, I'd say it's time for a little bit of Blade bedtime because we are
Yeah.
good tonight. So let's do this. We're gonna do a save.
I feel like we made it with Karen. We scored. We learned a little bit about what we need to do next. Like, so we need to prompt ourselves of what we're doing for next time.
Karen, love time, complete.
We didn't have to write down that like address, did we?
Hopefully not. We're gonna
Hopefully not.
We're gonna be able to,
Yeah,
to
because
do that piece.
we'll have to watch the VOD and we'll just take a screenshot.
Well, what do you say, Ryan? Like hella successful night. I mean, we
Yeah.
started it out with some Jason Allen and AI.
Yeah, that was great. Talking to him went so far like into craziness of AI and what the future is and all of that. I loved all of that. Really deep, cool thinking. And then did some prompts.
No, and I think that was a highlight for me is being able to like hang out with him and kind of see that because I think he helped take it to a dimension that we haven't been able to take about
Yeah.
and fill in some of those deltas and also kind of give us some insights on where to go. And then thank you for letting me to use some of your tokens to get some cool dream boost and stable diffusion all set up. So check us out on Double Drop Down Adam and Ryan show as we go along. We're going to save this VOD
Yep.
because it's going to do it right after this thing. We're going to send it to YouTube, so check it out. If you're already checking it out, thank you so much. And you guys have a good night. Enjoy hanging out with you. So
Yeah. Well, we'll go out. Jeez, I feel like I'm losing my voice here. At the end
Perfect
of the night. It's
timing.
perfect timing to end it.
all right. See you
Good
guys.
night.
Peace.